Yeah, so far in the first quarter, I'm really liking how we're playing defense. I think offensively, consistent drives, right? That's what I need. I feel
Mhm.
like if we could do that down the line, it'll really pay off just with the way we're controlling the clock. So
Yeah, yeah.
there's
How do you
another
like
one.
the addition of Hartenstein right there
And
with the
Hartenstein is
team this
so
year?
underrated, so underrated.
Yeah,
His ability to catch and really create from the elbow or anywhere. His float
yeah.
game is really, really good too, and he's just so aware, like especially defensively. Big fan
Mhm.
of the signing when we got him, and even more so in practice. I feel like he reminds me a lot, and it's not just because he's a milkman, you know what I mean? But he reminds me a lot of that Collison role, right? Like we don't need him
Yeah.
to be on the court every play, but like every time he's on the court, you could just see how the game slows down for him, right? Like very much so,
Mhm.
like Jokic in the way that he's not necessarily, well, he's not like Jokic in this way, right? He's not necessarily trying to do anything really for himself, right? And that's where
Mhm.
the threat of his floater and the threat of him rolling really does make him a real complete player. But he just makes everybody around him better on offense and defense.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's a great addition. I love him on your team. I wanted him in Boston. I wanted him in Boston. I think he's phenomenal to what you guys are doing. And why I think you'll ultimately close the deal.
Yeah, man. We need that. We need that big corner three there from Turner too.
Playing in a finals game at home here in Indiana, a dream come true for
Whew.
Miles Turner.
I think also shout out to Caruso. He's been one of my favorite additions to
Court
this
comes to
team
help.
too because you could argue he should be starting, right? Like you could argue, especially with his experience at this level in the playoffs, especially, he should be starting, but he embraces his role and always is a spark plug, regardless of how many minutes he's
No
getting.
hesitation and knocks down
And
the
a big
three.
three by
Second
Tyrese,
free
bringing
quarter
it to
for
twenty
Indiana.
20.
They are number one in the
Let's
playoffs.
go, SGA. Slow this
Total
down.
usage and three-point percentage.
Don't let him rush you.
Wiggins, one of the heroes of game two, kicks it out. Dort,
Let's
nobody
go in
there.
another
Plenty
one.
of time sets and knocks down another
Bang!
three.
Let's go. Or it's going crazy.
Not an
All we
offensive
got to do now
player,
is put him in the
but
torture
the
chamber.
threes are always so timely for Lou Dort.
Oh, beautiful move. Obi Toppin. Sidestep in the left hand. He's got 6
Oh, and
points
I
in
gotta
5
say,
minutes
this
off the bench.
Pacers team too, a real underrated move that they made was getting Obi Toppin a couple years back. I think he's really grown
Bro,
into a phenomenal player for them.
he's definitely grown into what you would expect
And
from
Gildas
his
Alexander
type of
with his
play.
first points.
I
Tried
love
some
Obi
high
Toppin.
pressure last
I
game.
love
Mm.
Shea beat it
I
consistently,
love the
gets it
Pacers, bro.
wisely off the
Like
window, feeling
they're
that
they're
high
doing
pressure.
exactly what they need to
Best
do.
shot blocker in the playoffs.
Reminds me of that throwback Trevor Ariza type specialist, right? Like he's coming out there, he
Yes.
could give you, he's toolsy in that way where he could give you a lot of things, but he's just reliable.
Too strong. He thought he got
Let's
cut off.
go.
It was contact. Here comes SGA the other way. Wiggins goes
Let's go,
inside, blocked by
Wiggins.
Halliburton.
Let's go,
And the
Wiggins. No,
save.
no foul,
Halliburton's made some really nice
bro. That was
plays
right
defending
across
the
his
open three.
arms.
Inside Nemhart.
Good job
Nemhart back
defending
up to
these
Toppin.
passes.
Toppin launches a three. Bounces off.
Yeah, their
Let's go.
spacing is
Yeah, but
great.
there's a couple of layup there. There's a couple of floater opportunities.
Class. I
Yeah,
feel like he's gonna find a
for
way to
sure.
get a
For
bag for
sure.
sure.
Let's say that happens. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Let's
Nemhart,
walk
10
down
points game
this
one,
lane
11
real quick.
points in game two.
Is it can you
Hits the
see
free
a
throw. National
possibility
TV
of him
schedule
going
brought to
to
you by
another team
American Express. ABC
if
Friday, game 4 of the
this were to
series,
take place?
right
They win
back
a
here in
championship,
Indianapolis.
been there 10
ABC
years,
Saturday,
right?
Liberty playing right
They
here
get a
against
Mhm.
title
Indiana
in
Fever.
Indiana.
And then ABC
Uh,
Monday, Game
time to
5
get
as the
paid,
series will go
does
back
he
to
get
Oklahoma
paid
City.
in Indiana or does he go to another team?
Caitlin Clark watching the
I think
game.
his loyalty is already kind of proven. Like I won't be
Yeah.
surprised to see him stay. I think what they have between him and Pascal is also really working well. So I don't see why he would want to leave. At the same time, I can also see why the Pacers might be willing to pay Siakam a little bit more than him, right? So that's a little bit of a consideration. But I think he ends up staying a Pacer.
I think so too. I think so too. I can't really see him leaving.
Pacers in the penalty.
And right now the Pacers are saying,
And we are now in the bonus, both teams. But let's go. Let's
Sir.
get our free throws.
So okay, so there's one I heard something.
they've been letting that go.
I think it was like
especially
a
in the
day or
first
two
two
ago
games.
about
Once you start
SGA
grabbing the
his
jersey,
preparation in the off season.
off.
He
Mm.
has a group of players. I think they're called the Sunrise something like that. They get up and go. They're in the gym by 6 o'clock, and the only entrance, only criteria for getting into the group is that you're at the facility every sunrise every morning. But he doesn't play against basketball players. He just plays against regular people, and it allows him to figure out different ways to adjust on the fly, outside of just going into set defense or whatever. It's just kind of like he just plays against regular guys and allows him to figure out different angles on how to shoot and dribble and ball and everything like that. I found it pretty interesting about him. I don't know how much that really plays into his on court output, but I love hearing something like that about a player like that. He's
Yeah,
just
definitely.
he's just
Super
different.
unique. Super unique. And there's always a way you could learn. I think that's a great example of that too, right? Like
Yeah,
I think if you're and this is understandable, right? I think I could use the example of when I was training jujitsu, right? Most of the time, I was rolling with people that were just so much better than me, right? Regardless of how much
right.
bigger I was than them, they could kind of toy with you, right? Because they're that
Yeah.
level of more advanced than you, and I feel like there's a lot that can be learned from that from both sides, right? Like obviously, he's probably abusing them guys in those runs, but at the end of the day, um, I think there is something to once again get those looks, and you never know what you'll get from people. I think some of the hardest people I've ever played with, right, aren't even really necessarily like the biggest scorers or consistently doing these things. There's people that are just feisty on defense and annoying as hell to play
Yeah.
against. Like those the people
Yeah.
that get you frustrated just because you know what they're doing is affecting you. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I feel like
Mhm.
that makes the difference more than anything, especially at this stage. You know.
Yeah. What position did you play when you
Um.
played?
Well, I've because of my size, I've always kind of been a post player, right? But most of the time,
Okay.
I consider myself more like my skill set more like a small forward, just because I'm really
Yeah.
good at seeing the court and like
Mhm.
cutting specifically. Like I feel like that's an art
Mhm.
that's really lost
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
especially
Oh.
with younger
Oh.
kids. Like I'm routing these
Yes.
kids up, son. I look like Jamar
Yes.
Chase
Yes.
out there on the court, and I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
the quickest guy, but because I know how to find those angles, I feel like I get a beat on a lot of guys. So
Yeah. You gotta play without the ball. That's not taught a lot now. That's the one thing that I hate about basketball right now is that in the teaching process, um, teachers aren't or coaches aren't emphasizing moving without the ball. A lot, and if they are, the kids are only listening to the offense aspect of things, and that's the thing that I hate. It's all about shooting. It's all about shooting. I need to see what you do without the ball. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? I did the same thing. I run without the ball. I mean, I play without the ball. I like playing point because I'm not gonna be out there shooting a lot. Like if I'm out there playing with you, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you, and I'm defending. That's it. That's it. I don't need the gaudy stats. I just need to play without the ball. I need to get my guys into position to score. That's it. That's my only job out there.
Yep. And I
And
love because honestly, let's be real here, right? I'm not the nicest dude out there. I'm furthest from it. Most of the time,
Me
I'm
too.
missing shots
Yeah.
that I'm like, God damn, I'm trash. Like, especially lately, I'm like,
Yeah.
bruh,
Yeah.
I need a. Once again, I've been happy. I have been actually playing pickup a lot more, and I feel like
Have you?
that's the big part of it. Like,
Yeah.
when you're playing, at the end of the day, basketball is basketball, and if you're getting more
Yeah.
experience doing it, that's more important. I hear a lot of youth coaches talk about this too, right? Like, that's more important than doing these drills and doing all these other things,
Yes.
just
Yes.
because you get a
Yes.
feel of what you're expecting and what you're looking for, right? So
Yeah.
once again, that's just you gotta lock in, you gotta focus in on it. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited to keep playing more and having more runs. Hopefully, when Julio gets back to New York, we got definitely gotta have some runs too, because I feel like he's seen me when I was at my prime, so to speak, and I feel
Yeah.
like now
Yeah.
I'm like I need to work my way back to that. You know what I mean?
Hey man, my goal every time I get on the court, I'm a defensive guy. My goal anytime I'm on the court is to go against the best player on the opposite team. I want to hold that player to as little points as possible. So I don't care who's out there. You know what? I'm put this out there right now. If we were to ever play pickup game, I don't care who you have on your team. If you and I are against each other, I don't care who you have on your team. And if they're nice, I'm going after them.
Yes,
I'm going after
sir.
them, bro.
I
I'm
thought you
going
was about to
after them.
say you locking me out. I was about to
I
say
will
I'm
lock
about to
everyone
cook
down.
you, my boy.
I will
It's
lock
time.
everyone down.
For you have to embrace that challenge though. Like you
yeah,
have to. Like I feel
yeah,
like that. I look at it the same way, but for me, it's not so much matching up with the best player. Because not for nothing, I know I'm not that. The way I look at it more
yeah,
so is like I'm not gonna let you out hustle me. Like at the end of the day,
right,
you might be better than me, but I want to be that guy that damn like it's annoying to play against him because I can't do shit.
right,
Like I can't no matter
right.
what. He's always grabbing the rebound or whatever the case. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, yeah. I want to play. I want to play real soon. I haven't played. God, it's been a long time since I played. I don't even know how many years it's been. I used to play against. I used to play against uh guys that were taller than me and outweighed me by like 150 pounds.
mhm.
So I used to we used to have some battles,
It's
and
good.
hey,
It's good to get used to that,
it's
right? You're playing against
necessary.
people that are above your
Yeah,
level.
yeah, yeah. It's necessary. So
But
yeah,
I
when
feel
I
like you
tell
can
you I
learn
can
from
lock you
both
down,
too. I've gotten cooked by a fair share of little dudes too. You know what I'm saying?
oh, bro, hey, no lie, I was when I was living at my parents' house, we had a neighbor that moved away, and they had a hoop in their front yard, so I went to go over there and just shoot, by myself.
Mm.
I had this little kid walking down the street one time while I was shooting, and he comes over. He's like, "Hey, yo, can I play with you? Come on." This
Yes,
little dude
sir.
cooked me, bro. Like I was pissed. I was pissed. I wasn't ready. I had already gotten in, a good sweat for about an hour or so. But yeah, but he got out there, and I mean, it took him a long time to actually win the game. So I shouldn't say he cooked me, but he beat me in that game. I was winded. I could not. That little boy was going. So
I
wherever he
feel
is,
you, bro.
I hope
He's like, yo, you
I
got
hope he
it.
kept it
I
going.
hope you made it.
Yeah, yeah. I hope he made it. Man. Part of his journey. Hopefully, he makes it to the NBA and he could say, hey, I had this one guy in my neighborhood that allowed me to get my game off.
That is hilarious, bro. For real though. All right, 32-24 is the score at
Yes,
the start of
sir.
the
Yes,
second.
sir.
I'm loving it. They got TJ McConnell out there.
See, this is the one thing I don't like about today's game, though, because I see Siakam's in the post. I need Turner to be in the post. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's the part of the game where I'm still kind of like, eh. The center needs to be in the post.
Nice pass.
That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
man, it makes the most sense. You're taking advantage of that spot and also drawing the defense. But I feel like it's weird though, because that's been his role all year. You know what I'm saying? He's like that
Yeah,
stretch
yeah.
big, but on defense he can be that anchor. You know?
Right, right. Did you know what Aaron Neesmith's nickname was?
No, what is it?
Crash.
Crash,
After
like
Crash
Bandicoot?
Bandicoot.
Oh, that's
Yep.
great.
Yep. Because when he played with us, that man was like, he just dove into the paint, man.
He's a
He
problem.
dove out there and he was just using himself as a crash test dummy, basically. He can
Yep, just
absorb
got in
contact and
front of
still get it. Yeah. Yeah.
Chet, just doing that, literally.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing I love about his game. He's willing to go up. Now it's not great for durability. Like it'll work for him for the first 6 7 years of his career, but the longer he's in, obviously he can't play like that. That's the only thing that I kind of worry about with him is like the longevity of his game. But he's nice, man. I love Neesmith. He's definitely he's a great addition to this team.
Yeah. And being able to
Yeah.
catch fire like he did against the Knicks like that, to have that on
Yeah.
your squad
Yeah.
is real crazy. Bro,
Yeah.
real Clay vibes, if you ask me, the way he took
Yeah.
over that game, for sure. And shout out to our guy, Dwayne, who's in the chat. Thank you for pulling up
Sir.
and hanging out with us.
Got 15 of their 34 already. Foul away
Let's
from
get it.
Hartenstein.
All right, the biggest thing that I feel like needs to happen this game is J-Dub, let's go. Lock in, right? Give us 20. Give us
Yeah,
20. If you could
yeah.
give us 20, I feel like we're in a much better spot.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. And that's the one thing again, like when you're playing against the Pacers, man, no lead is safe. I don't care how long you've been leading the game, and I don't care how big that lead is. They find a way to bounce back into the game, bro. They don't even look at the scoreboard a lot of times. It's just like, hey, we're not dominating these possessions. Let's lock in. And then they go and do it, and they find themselves back in the game by the fourth quarter. It's the craziest thing.
Sir, yes, sir. Gotta also say shout out to Mavi, shout out to Chris in the chat going
Yes, sir.
crazy
Yes,
on
sir. Yes,
Twitch.
sir.
I need to find a way to have all of this up, because once I got all this up, man, I'm gonna be so locked in with y'all. It's so dope. Once again, thank y'all for showing up for us and hanging out with us for Game 3 of the finals. And shout out to Eric on the ones and twos too, man. This wouldn't
Oh,
be
man.
possible without you, my man. So
Not at
thank you
all.
for real.
Definitely appreciate it.
What a great block there though by Siakam.
Oh yeah.
Great job, Siakam.
That's you know what? That's another thing. Siakam is a guy that I think that I don't I'm if you can't tell already, I am annoyed with narrative driven opinions about different players. I believe this is Kendrick Perkins that said, and that's a whole other conversation. But Kendrick Perkins said that he didn't think that as a second option, Siakam was going to be great in his role because he should be the primary player on the team, not where he is right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, the expectations I think some people have on these players is a little weird. It's odd because if you have a player, so this is very similar to what Boston deals with, right? You have one time people saying, "Oh, it's Jason Tatum's team," then others is Jaylen Brown. I feel like that's where the Pacers are going. Whether they win or lose this series, I think, and see, look, they're right back into it.
Yeah.
But whether they win or lose this series, that's what I think is going to end up happening next year. Is this Halliburton's team? Because let's say, for example, he keeps playing the way he's been playing the first two games, right? I want to say he's averaged like around like 13, 15 points in both games. If he keeps doing that and Siakam is the driving force, that's a narrative that's going to be placed on this team next year, and it's weird. It's just weird, That's what's the point of having a second option if the second option can't show up when the first option doesn't? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what
That's
they're
what
there
I don't
for.
get that. That's what they're there for. I like.
And that's such a stupid take on his part too, because he already proven
Yeah.
that he could be this role in that Toronto
Yes.
series with Kawhi. So
Yes.
and this is a
Yes.
completely different dynamic too, because if anything, Tyrese is feeding him a lot more than
Yes.
A Kawhi would, right? So once again, he has been great in every one of their series. Like he
Yes.
has been. That's why he won the what is it? The fucking Eastern Conference Participation Award. What's it called again?
I don't know what it was.
Larry Bird fucking Eastern
Yeah.
Conference Finals trophy, which I'm all for trophies, right? But
Yeah.
in my opinion, if anyone deserved that, it was Tyrese. If I'm being real, but he has showed up big time. That I guess it makes sense that you have that option, right? To give it to anybody else other than Tyrese, it definitely would be Siakam, right? Averaging 30 in the last series, and he hasn't really done it like that in the finals just yet, but I'm sure he's gonna have a huge game here coming up soon. I've been dreading it, high key dreading the Siakam games because I feel like he could really carry this team to a different level. But I really like where we're at right now, man. Even as they're cutting the lead right now, like I feel like we're matching the intensity. Yeah, right now things are looking rough, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta stay consistent at the end of the day. That's all we can ask for. Consistency. Everything else will follow for sure. But while I'm here rambling on, why don't you all make sure you take the time to like the video? Make sure you're following us on Twitch. Make sure you're subscribed to us on YouTube so you never miss when we're doing all this dope stuff in your honor, right? But on that note, I definitely need some interaction from you guys too, right? So drop some questions in the chat. I would love to talk to you guys about whatever you want to talk about, right? So drop some questions in the chat. Eric, I'm going to ask you, just being honest, if you could help me out with the Twitch side. I got the YouTube side up, so I'll be able everything right now going on in the WWE side of things. I gotta ask you, is your favorite storyline something I should watch for as a casual fan, right? What's brewing and developing that you're looking forward to right now in the biz? Give me some context. What's so good about it? Mm, mhm. That's insane. Damn. That's a great shout. You got me invested. I definitely gotta tap in. I definitely gotta tap in because everybody turning heel at this point. Everybody's switching up on and it's funny that they did that though. That was a good work on their part that they had everybody really outraged to turn around and then actually bring them back. So we actually got another question too from Dwayne. So I wanted to throw this in there as well. He said, "What do you feel about casuals who don't watch basketball on a regular, not viewing SGA as a star?" That they would stop doing everything they were doing to watch his game. So we definitely talked about this a little bit earlier, but I love to rehash that a little bit. I just think it's crazy to me because once again, if you don't lead with the basketball, your opinion is a little bit irrelevant on my side. I'm sorry. Like at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I get why star power is relevant, especially in today's day and age. It's always been relevant throughout history, regardless. But it's a media world we live in, and it's fine to embrace that. But at the end of the day, if you're watching ball, man, it's not like this is some guy that was not really that important throughout the rest of the season. Nah, like this is the MVP of the league, and for y'all to say, oh, it's boring to watch this guy play or whatever the case may be, it's like I don't know how y'all can see it that way, respectfully. And the Pacers got their first big time 3-point lead.
Yeah, man. How do you think that the Clippers feel? I'm not digging at you, Julio. But how do you think the Clippers feel with not having SGA, having given him up for Paul George, and not having Paul George?
Yeah, it's tough. I think obviously you got to be regretting it, especially with the pick situation, right? A lot of their picks they don't own as well, right? So they've went all in a lot of ways, and then now a lot of those decisions are sort of coming to bear, right? I
Yeah.
think ultimately though they're in a good spot because they're where they want to be, right? Do I think that
Yeah.
they can be a next level contender as constructed right now? I think it's going to be tough in the West, right? But if you can
Yeah.
stay healthy, Kawhi's already proven that he can lead a team at that level. You know what I mean? So
So
I think.
that's the thing, though.
Go ahead.
Should Kawhi be the number one on that team anymore? Mainly because of
I think
availability.
should be and is he is two questions
Thing.
and make the first one irrelevant. Like I feel like when he's healthy and when he is that guy, no matter what, that's exactly what he is, regardless of
Yeah.
who he's on the court with.
Yeah.
And that even goes back to the days where he was playing with Tim Duncan. So it's like
Yes.
at the end of the day, you got to embrace that stardom when it's out there. Obviously, it makes sense why you would want to invest elsewhere, considering the injury history and all those different factors, right? But ultimately, you got to respect the guy that's out there when he's out there, and for real, no matter what, you can't say he's not somebody that has put it on the line consistently because obviously he kind of breaks himself down in the process, right? But no matter what, that whenever he is healthy and playing, you don't question his effort, right? You don't question
Yeah. Yeah.
what he's willing to do out there on the court. So I'm a
Yeah.
fan of Kawhi, and I feel like once again he has been a lot more unlucky than most.
Yeah.
I think if he could have a full season, right, where he's in a good spot, and a full season at nowadays is like 70 games, right? But if he could have one of those, um, and keep the team together, right? Like I feel like they honestly, if it wasn't for who they matched up with, they probably would have ended up going much further in the West just because of how they
Yes.
were looking to close out the
Yeah.
season, let alone that first series against Denver.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I just I'm of the thought process that if the Clippers are going to get to the finals, I think you need to have someone else there that can take a lot of that off of Kawhi. And I think that's what the thought process was with getting Paul George. It just didn't work out. But you need that guy that you can lean on that when he's not there, it's like okay, and when he is there, it's not so much on him to do it. You know, I think having Kawhi as a first or second option is a great thing. Don't get me wrong, but I think having him in a position where he is right now in his career, I think for the Clippers to be able to get to where they want to go, you gotta. I think it makes more sense to allow him to be the take the back seat.
For sure, yeah, you
Take
have
that
to
take that
add.
second.
You have to add to what you got going on, no matter what. Even if you're winning, I
Yeah.
think we saw that last year with the moves that we made, right? So it's like you got to stay ahead of the curve. Speaking of staying ahead of the curve, shout out to our guy Jermaine Every. Say he's about to go live himself, but he's chilling with us on his iPad. So shout out to you, Jermaine. Hey, throw your stuff in the chat when you go live, man. I'd love to send some
Sir?
people your way too. So shout out to Jermaine. Thank you for tapping in with us.
Most
But
definitely.
yeah, man, I don't know. Obviously, it sucks that my team is down right now, but we're gonna be all right. I think I'm still waiting on my Isaiah Joe game as well. I think he might find himself getting some quality minutes here, and if he could capitalize, those extra threes is really gonna be the difference in these games. I think they have been in,
Yes.
in the game 2 specifically.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I think like I said, I think this is gonna be the game that Indiana was gonna be able to bounce back into the series. We're seeing that right now. I think they're I think they're playing beautifully though. I love their spacing. I love their spacing. The way that they can play off ball is just it's amazing. I'm happy to see them play properly on both ends of the floor.
And don't get me wrong, I love some good basketball, man. I love that
Yeah.
these games haven't been, 140 to 136 kind of games. It's all
Yeah,
been
yeah.
great defense and really you have to work for everything. So
Yeah, yeah. And that was another thing, like, a lot of people complained about the finals last year. I think if you're going to look at that and complain about that, you have to be happy about this. You have to be happy about this matchup. This is just good basketball, you know.
speaking of Isaiah Joe, give
There
me
we go.
that.
Yep, that was nice.
But is there a need to go double team him on the block? You double team on the block. Yes, you almost get the steal, but you give up a three.
Halliburton misses. Mathurin right there.
See, that's the thing I don't like about that. He's shooting too early in the shot clock.
Shot. Yeah.
But that's beautiful.
And I feel
Nembhard
like
is
a lot
coming
of
to
the
his own.
times, yeah, big time. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of the times we do that, we rush ourselves too because of how quick Indiana plays, and it's like, nah,
Yes,
don't
yes.
don't let them change what you got going. Oh, another one. Give me another one.
Oh, that was
Give me another one.
beautiful.
Come on, son.
That was beautiful.
But that's what happens.
I had to call for it. That's all I had to do. Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Aaron Wiggins, where you at, son? What the fuck?
Halliburton play catch. Rifles the pass over to Mathurin. Mathurin very aggressive. And a foul
Man.
on Isaiah Joe before any shot attempt. It'll be a side out.
I think the one thing that needs to be studied about this Pacers run
Knows how to find his teammates.
is where the fuck in the world is Ben Mathurin? Because and not just this series, but he's been gone, even going
Yeah,
back to the Knicks
MIA.
series.
Yeah.
Mathurin draws contact. Shot won't go.
I'm intrigued.
2 quick fouls.
How far do you think Sacramento would have gotten if they kept Halliburton and Mike Brown?
Oh man,
How far do you think they would have
that would have
gone?
been a crazy ass backcourt. I think
Yeah.
at the same time,
The bench.
I don't know. I just feel like he wouldn't have reached his potential in Sac either, and that's no shade at Mike Brown. I just feel like
Yeah.
that organization is just. I don't know, man. They need a
Man.
reset button. They need to light the beam on themselves
They,
for real
they do.
because
They do. They do.
like bad.
Speaking of, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's like bad juju in that building. But what were you gonna say?
No, it is. It is. But speaking of coaches, you have a vacancy that we haven't discussed this because we haven't recorded since it took place. But you have a vacancy in New York, which I personally thought that was beyond the right move. I know there are a lot of people that are disgusted by them moving on from Tibbs, but I thought that was the best move for them, depending on who they get as a head coach. But I thought that was the right move for them. That was the right move for them because I felt like he was running the players into the ground, as we know takes place with Thibodeau teams. I think that they were running into the ground a lot.
What happens when you touch the paint?
I
Beautiful.
personally am a little bit on the other side of the fence of this one, actually. I feel like
Mhm.
the fact that they've already sort of embarrassed themselves by getting shut down by a lot of these teams to try to,
Yeah.
I guess, find their exit strategy. It just doesn't look well on them, in my opinion. I feel like the
Yeah.
way they fired him, it seemed like they had something in place or some kind of plan.
hmm
And now I don't see that just because obviously they're searching and reaching out there and getting shut down
hmm
along the way. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that. I'm keeping my eye on it for sure, but I think whoever ends up with Tibbs is gonna benefit big time.
Oh yeah, yeah. They always any team that gets some slight type of boost. But I think for New York though, I think it was time to move on. I don't like how they did it, but I think it was time to move on. I mean, I think
I'm going to keep this pressure up.
I would look at Mike Malone. I'd look at Mike Brown,
Yeah.
but Mark Jackson to me is a dark horse as well. Why not give him a shot?
Yeah, I love the Mike Malone call too, because
Yeah.
although he went out unceremoniously, I think
hmm
the pedigree's there for sure.
For sure.
Shout out Bing bop, boom bop, bling blop, blam. Shout out Gresh, the type of shit he's on, y'all wouldn't understand. So make sure y'all following the man. Shout out to Gresh
Yes,
for
sir.
tapping in with us too. We got Crispy in the chat trying to play you, Derek. Trying to play you in the chat.
What's
Talking about
up?
unrelated. How do you know how high to go when you wash your face? And you know what? That's kind of crazy talking
Oh
that mess
snap!
when you got a bald man next to
Nah.
him, right? You got my shit.
Hey,
I'm
bro.
saluting back here, my boy, and
Nah.
you talking about Derrickson?
Hey, how about this? Crispy knew me when I was bald. We go back well, a good bit. He knew me before I had waves. That's hilarious.
In the chat. It's only right. It's only right. We gotta. Can you give us a diagram of where you stop, right? Where the shampoo begins and where
Hey, bro.
where the
I go to the
soap
line.
ends.
I go to the line. I go right to the line. I'm
Right to
so
the free throw
careful.
line. You love it.
Yeah, I'm so careful though.
It's
I'm
hilarious.
so careful,
Big
but yeah,
three.
I go right to the line, and yeah, it's
We got you.
forehead ain't as
I
big as
hope
it looks though.
I hope this is the content you was hoping for. You know what I
Hey
mean?
man,
Because we got
yeah.
you. We deliver.
Oh no, we're gonna get silly on here, bro. It's bound to happen. It's all good.
No, it's only right. Oh, I'm loving the momentum right now.
Oh,
Shit. Yes, sir. It's a mouse.
hey, man.
Defense though.
That was nice.
Well, you better. They're targeting you, Mike. That's the answer to the call. You're going to bring me up.
I think the funniest, most underrated part of this finals run though is Tyrese has just grown out the fro throughout each
I was
series.
about to say the same thing, bro. He bit off Tatum, bro. He bit off Tatum. He ain't
I
do
ain't
that
cutting
till
it. I
yeah,
ain't cutting it till I get it.
yeah. He bit off Tatum because I want to say he started growing it last year.
Yeah.
I just like the block. I like the block. But that was
It's all good though. Hey, if you're gonna take from someone, that's someone to get some from
Oh
some
my
game from.
God. Here we go. The Tatum glazing over here. Tatum. Shout out Tatum. I already know Julio knows. Julio knows the Tatum vibes. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Especially the top players. Holmgren's played 14 with 4:22 remaining here in the second. 5 points
You know what I hate about watching the games on TV
after a slow start.
is seeing the fans in the stands when they're trying to wave at players through a free throw. Like that's actually going to distract the player.
Double team finds Shepard. Shepard
I
off
feel like at the end of the day, it does. If you believe it
Do you?
does, it does.
I
For
don't.
real.
I don't believe it works. I think the noise does. I don't think waving does anything because majority of the time that player is just focused on the. Ooh, that was
And
beautiful.
one. For real.
They're
I
just focused on the
disagree though,
rim
just
though.
because have you ever played an outdoor court that the backboard's a little off? It's like a little sideways.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
changes the way
Yeah.
you can shoot. Like it's hard. So I don't know. I would figure if somebody's back there fucking around, it would throw you off a little too, especially with your depth perception. You know.
Yeah, but we're just everyday people, bro.
Mortals.
Yeah, like these
Yeah,
these
we're far
are
from ball players for sure. Let's make that clear.
professionals, man. They've been through this.
Second quarter, Halliburton gets inside, kicks it out. Shepard
Good
for
pass.
three.
That was gorgeous.
Gilgeous Alexander brings it up the
Thank
floor.
God. Shepard was the one who caught it
Finds some
though.
room.
Hey man, you
Let's
know what
go.
about Shepard though? He's been rocking that stash, bro.
Quickly calls timeout.
I respect that. Cause who does that?
Stash.
You gotta respect the stash, bro. Cause nobody rocks that anymore.
Alexander,
Yep.
he always knows
And without the
when he's
goatee, it's hard.
Yeah, yeah.
on the rim. And
That's the same way I feel about being one of the few people I know that don't got tats right now. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
I don't have
I
one
feel
either.
like I enjoy tattoos. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like my whole life I kind of always assumed I would get tattoos.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't know. I might just be that dude that just don't join in the hype. I don't know. But
You know what stopped me from getting one?
What?
The price. That's literally the only reason why I don't have one right now. It is expensive as hell, bro. Like I don't know if I can do a payment plan or not, but the type of piece that I want to get, it's gonna
Yeah,
cost me at least three
It's an
figures. Yeah,
investment, for sure,
yeah. Yeah.
But even beyond that, for me, it's like the indecisiveness of it. Like I feel like I would get something and then end up hating it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, you know what I'm starting to really find interesting is the trend of players that are going under anesthesia to get these big back pieces. I could not want a tattoo that much that I gotta go under to get one. I don't. And
I think
Zion
if you got
Williamson got
that
the
kind of
dumbest
money,
one.
oh yeah, I agree. There's a lot of stupid tattoos out there. Trust me. And
Yeah, but
there's a
that was
lot
the
of people
dumbest
that
one to go
are
under anesthesia for.
like, bro, you're making so much money. You got no excuse to have a terrible tattoo. Like, there's a
No,
lot of
no,
people
no.
that got fucked up tattoos.
Yeah.
That you are clearly making way more money than that should ever be happening in your life. Literally.
I'd cover it up. Like if it's one thing if you
Yeah.
get it when you don't have money, right? Or you get it like while you're in college
Your
or
first
whatever.
tattoo.
Just-
Exactly.
yeah, it's like one. Yeah, that's one thing. But if you don't ever cover it up, come on now. Like what are we doing here? Can you imagine being you go play as your yourself in 2K and see this dumb tattoo that you got when you were like 15? Like that would piss me off, bro.
What a move. Holy.
That was beautiful. Seeing they're going back and forth
Oh,
right
it's
here. Like
Siakam.
they're going back and forth. This is the type of game you want to see. This is beautiful ball.
Yep, and they pick it up big time to close this
Yeah.
quarter since the 7-minute mark. Been
Yeah.
scoring nonstop. Look at that. What a, like I love that he sets those slip screens too. Like it's not
That's
even a real
perfect.
screen.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
really just to get you to move a little bit, give him enough daylight. What a roll. Siakam gonna take beautiful cross.
That was
He almost cooked
oof.
Einstein. What a
Yeah,
floater.
was
That
nice.
floater is lethal, man. That
It
floater
is.
lethal.
It is. Let me ask you this. OKC wins the title. I've seen this narrative. Does that automatically make SGA the best Thunder?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I feel like he is that now.
Yeah.
High
Yeah.
key. Like shout out to KD. I think KD's a great player, but I think SGA is probably our fifth best defender of the starters. And I still would say he's a better defender than KD ever was. So
Ooh. That's nice.
hey, don't even talk shit. I'm tired of you fucking enjoying my downfall on this stream, Derek. I'm not gonna lie. This shit really getting to me, bro. And it's not even halftime yet. This motherfucker's celebrating over there a little too hard.
Hey
like, a
man,
little
that
too
was a
hard.
beautiful shot.
Even though the jumper's so ugly. Yep.
It is, man. But it's not as ugly as Payne. Campaign's
Oh man.
oh my god, that's a disgusting jumper that he has. I don't even know how it works.
What I like about DB is so many people
It looks like a created character jumper.
how
It does.
And
It
usually I
does.
like lefty jumpers because I'm like, you know what, you're different.
It's
But nah,
different. Yeah.
that shit is hideous.
It looks like you ever see one of those guys that does those trick shots where they shoot the ball and it comes out extremely late, but it still goes in. Like they shoot it at an angle where their follow through doesn't match the arch of the ball. That's how his shot looks. It just looks disgusting.
Yep, I agree. And it's funny too because I don't know if you ever heard of this story too, but I don't know exactly what the context was, but he was working with the Warriors at some point,
Ooh.
and Steve Kerr was watching him play, and he was like, you know, like whatever you guys do with him, like to Sacramento, he said, just make sure y'all don't touch his shot, like because at the end of the day, it's weird, it's different,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
clearly it works for him, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he went and told Mark Daigneault, not who the ball was off of, but that he was getting fouled. And Pascal Siakam, you talk about going with
Oof.
you drive, you attack. I love it that you go up for a dunk.
Put
We saw
J-Dub
Chet Holmgren
through
do
the
the
rim.
exact same thing. Even if you don't think you're gonna, even if you're not gonna get the dunk, you put the defenders in a position to have to aggressively challenge you, and that's where the foul occurs.
Jalen Williams, his first foul. Pacers now
That definitely,
8
he
of 10
could have still had that
free
low
throw
key.
line.
Yeah, he could have gone up a little more.
So the
You heard that scream? I love
Now
shit like
that-
that, for real.
Now that the scream, I think can throw you off.
That's great. I love every second of that.
I don't
bro.
think waving is gonna do anything. Abrupt shriel like that, like yeah. God.
Beautiful passing. Take it.
Oof.
That would be his third.
3 fouls on Siakam
That's
before
wild.
half.
So smart. The timeliness of the cut.
A pass.
Anticipating the rotation. And where's my
And you can't even argue that. If you're Siakam, you cannot argue that.
Yeah.
But who's been their best guy when they've
Clearly
faced
gliding
that
forward.
guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Making him feel as
Hey, shout out to the 6 of you that like the chat on YouTube. Y'all are awesome. Once again, just loving every second of this, hanging out with y'all, watching my Thunder play, watching this dope ass finals, man. No matter what, no matter who wins tonight, this is quality ball. I'm hyped.
Hey man, shout out to you, bro. I couldn't do this if my team was in the finals. This would give me
Honestly,
so
I
much
was-
anxiety, bro.
I was dreading this shit earlier. I was like, bruh, especially when we get cooked, I'm gonna be fucking tight, son. I'm gonna be talking
No.
mad shit. I'm be like, it's because I was on here. That we
Look,
fucking lost.
it ain't even that part of it. It's just a superstition for me. Like
Yeah.
I can't do anything different than what I usually do. I can't.
And it was funny too, because I got home, I had to rush to get out my video and stuff so that I was good to even sit here. So
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even have time to really think about it. But once I was sitting here in this chat, I'm looking at all this, I'm like, man, this could go real bad for me tonight.
Yeah,
man.
it
I'm
could,
real
it could,
salty.
Pacers got a break there. McConnell, meanwhile, has been fabulous. Just 2 points, but 4 assists in 8 minutes.
I already know TJ McConnell was a nightmare matchup at the rec.
Oh,
Yeah, I've played against a bunch of TJ McConnells in my
Hey,
life.
those
bro.
are the hardest players to play against.
For real.
37 points here in the second quarter for Indiana. Remember, they struggled in the first quarter, each of the first two, but they have erupted here in the second. Most points they've scored in any quarter in this series so far.
Right, 60-58. Let's close this quarter right, boys.
28 of the 62 points from the
Their
bench.
full court defense is really good too.
It's beautiful.
Wears teams
Beautiful.
out. Yeah.
SGA gets
Well, let's go.
inside,
That's easy.
left-handed.
And one.
Ah,
Oh, foul, ref.
So easy.
His body control. He's strong, but it doesn't look as strong as he does with his body control.
ooh.
Shepherd inside.
Reggie isn't. That's not Reggie, right? Who is that on commentary?
That's RJ,
Oh,
Richard Jefferson. Yeah.
Richard Jefferson.
Then he can take another one, and then just the left hand, the extension, the control.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of his on commentary. It's just
It takes to get through that double team, and then right there, just soft off the glass.
as much crap as they got, I really love Jeff Van Gundy on the call.
Oh, I agree.
I loved him on the call.
Underrated coach too.
Very much so. Yeah, yeah. I was glad he was with us in
All right, let's
Boston
get
for the
this stop,
championship
man.
last
Let's
year.
keep
But
this a one possession game. Let's get this fucking stop. Come on, not little TJ. Come on, now ain't no way, little TJ.
the YMCA,
ain't no way,
bro.
little TJ. That's 5 seconds. Oh, behind the back, that's filthy.
Ooh.
That was a nut move. I'm not gonna lie. That was some my career shit. Hey, little 4-point deficit at half.
4
I don't
points,
mind it.
man.
I think we're a second half team anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I think these games are won in the second and third quarters. Personally, I think they are. So it'd be good to see what happens in the third quarter. But yeah, I like this. I like this close action here. This is gonna be a good game.
Yes, sir. It's been great so far. I got the scaries, son. I got the halftime scaries. I'm shook. I'm not gonna lie.
I know you are. I know you are. But it's all good, bro. Look. You forever got my respect. I ain't no way in hell I'm doing this for my team. I don't care which game it is. I am not doing this.
It's fun to chill with
It
y'all,
is, it
obviously,
is.
to work
It
through
is.
all the kinks. Once again, shout out to
For
my
sure.
guy Eric on the
Sure.
1s and 2s.
Thank you very much,
Absolutely
bro.
killing it, literally.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so
Oh,
it's
yeah,
only
man.
right that we spin the block now that it's halftime, right? We got a
Yes.
whole bunch of clowning to do. So once again, fam, ladies and gentlemen, everybody that's locked in with us, please feel free. It'll make my goddamn night. Give us some shit to talk about. Ask us questions, even if it's unrelated. I don't care. Interact with us so we can interact with you. Eric, keep me posted if you're getting any of that stuff from Twitch that I can't see on this YouTube chat. But with all that out the way, I wanted to ask you, Derek, obviously looking back, it's only right to sort of dissect and look forward for a lot of these teams that ended up getting bounced in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So why don't we start at the bottom, right? Why don't we start with the way in which we got here in the first place? Now the Pacers eliminated the Bucks along the way, had crazy comebacks as well, right? The lore began in that first round series. The rumor is that Giannis is looking forward to returning to the Bucks and not trying to get traded now.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that situation? And what do you think some of the cure could be for this team moving forward if they're making moves?
Honestly, I always saw him going back to Milwaukee. I can't really see him going anywhere else because I really don't know where he would go. You know, I think you now have to factor in the cap situation into your moves, right? And I think this is why I almost feel like the next CBA, this is going to be something that they fight against, because I think it's going to restrict player movement, which the league wanted, I think. But I think that what they agreed upon is probably going to be something they fight against now, because I can't see him going to another team and getting the same amount of money. You know what I'm saying? I think if you're okay, because we haven't seen anything like this before. We haven't seen a player like him willingly take a pay cut to go to another team in a win now situation. At least nobody comes to mind that's taken a significant pay cut. If he were to do that, that would be intriguing. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And I think Milwaukee shot themselves in the foot anyway with moving on from Drew Holiday. I think that was the beginning of the end for them. So I really don't care what Milwaukee does right now. If they don't get someone to fill Drew's shoes, it's not going to work. You got Lillard on the bench for a good portion of the season.
And I didn't like that Kuzma move either. To be honest.
Kuzma move was disgusting,
I thought
bro.
And obviously, it played out way worse than they could have imagined. But
yeah,
even before it played out, I was like, yeah, I don't know if this is the move here. Obviously, they just need another on the ball obviously defender, but also
Yeah.
somebody that could get other people open too. Like I feel like a lot of the times it's just a lot of people watching Giannis, and that's the
Mhm.
best way, in my opinion, to defend against him, right? When you can
Yes.
afford to just focus in on what he's doing, because then obviously it's a little easier. You get to live with a little bit more of what he does when you're playing like that. So
Yeah. See, I would have targeted Marcus Smart. And that's where I think Milwaukee's just not thinking. They're not trying to fill that specific void, right? So I understand moving off of Middleton because Middleton isn't available a lot. Get it? He hasn't been available for the last 2 years, 2 or 3 years. That's not something new. So him being moved wasn't really too much of a shocker. However, I don't think they got who they needed in order to make a run. So I didn't see them winning against Indiana anyway. Not as currently constructed. Next year, I think it would make sense for them to see what they can do. If Giannis agrees to stay and all that stuff, you got to make a move. And I don't know what that move is. They're not winning anything. It's not.
hey, if I'm the Celtics, I'm gonna be like, hey, I know y'all miss him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it might be the time. I don't know.
So here's the thing. That's been a topic of discussion for a while though. What they're going to end up doing.
Yeah.
The three I see on the table for being moved would be Drew, KP, and Sam Hauser. And I think Boston is going to look for a player that can fill a need that gets them under the cap. With draft capital, which I believe is going to be like a first round pick that they want. I don't know what Milwaukee has. That's the thing. I don't know what type of draft picks they have off top to say that they can do something like that. But do they have anybody that I want Boston to get?
Probably not.
No.
I mean, their
outside of Giannis,
worth it. If you get some picks from them, I mean, it's gonna be worth it. But
yeah, I mean, Giannis is the only intriguing player to me on that team.
Yeah.
If we were to move off of Drew, yeah, he'd be the only one there. And I'm just not saying I wouldn't want I wouldn't appreciate him being on the Celtics, but that's not that doesn't fit the window.
Investment. Yeah,
it doesn't fit the window. Yeah, and you're not moving off Tatum and Brown.
Yep.
So going for Giannis doesn't make any sense. You're not moving one of those guys. So no.
Yeah,
so
it'll be a nightmare to make that work anyway.
Yeah. So I don't see Milwaukee doing much, to be honest with you. I see them pretty much being where they are right now.
And I feel like it kind of sucks for them because I think they could benefit from really going all in either way. And they've been clearly going all in one direction for so long, and it hasn't been working. So it's like, why not try to maximize that? At the same time, though, I think if he's bought in, like it seems like he is, you have to put your best foot forward because I'm sure they're going to be making a lot less money once he leaves. You know what I mean?
Yes. I agree. I don't know.
In that same vein, could bounce back to the Western Conference and talk a little bit about the Grizzlies. Funny enough, a team that I think is kind of in a similar situation. Now, I think I could start here by saying the problem with this roster as constructed is in some ways you need Ja to be Ja in order for this to work out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think obviously he has the biggest name and also the biggest potential in any sort of trade talks. But at the same time, I wouldn't feel confident necessarily building around Desmond Bain and Jaren Jackson primarily. So it's like if you're gonna swap them, it's almost like you have to do a star swap scenario. Like it has to be something like that. And obviously, I think what sucks for Ja the most is I feel like he really got the short end of the stick because of his suspensions and everything. And don't get me wrong, once again, accountability is there. You need to take accountability for whatever his role in all those things. But at
short
the
end
same
of which
time,
stick?
And let me explain. Because at the end of the day, not being able to play, I mean, it's a good one too. Stick, stick. I got a new stick, but
I
I feel
waited
like
to see if you got it.
real shit. I feel like it doesn't really. Well, first of all, that whole thing got overblown because he's not the only one that really does it. At the same time,
Mhm.
he became the poster boy because all the dumb shit he did. So I can't really have too much remorse in that way. But
Yeah.
I think him not having that regularity, right, and playing through his formative years as a basketball player, I feel like has really
Mhm.
come to bite him now, because he's so used to being this dominant athlete. And don't get me wrong, he still is that no matter what.
Right.
But he's so used to playing that way that I think it's really hard for him to adjust to sort of slowing down a little bit,
Mhm.
especially when it comes to the half court offense. So I don't know, man. I feel like in some ways Memphis is desperate because they've been so locked in on him being their number one. And
Yeah.
right now, in some ways, you could argue he isn't. So
Yeah.
I think if it's weird though, because you could definitely see it going either way as a fan. Like you could say, let's just lock back in on Ja, give him more time to develop, and he should be fine. And I do agree with that in a vacuum. You know what I mean? But end of the day, this league, you really got to try to maximize when you're good. And I feel like this Memphis team is good, but it's just not working out for whatever reason.
Yeah, and I think also like I don't know which direction they're trying to go in. Like you can't fire your coach that was doing a hell of a job there. You can't fire him just like that. That was weird to me, to be honest with you, because that was out of nowhere. It's not like that was something that it was almost like the Mike Malone situation, where it just shocked you. I didn't see that one actually taking place. So I think Memphis kind of confuses me in that sense that I really don't know which direction they're trying to go in. Because I agree with you. Like Ja kind of he's in that gray area where yeah, on paper he is the number one option. But it's like, should he be? Should he be? That's why I was actually intrigued to see what Marcus Smart was going to do in Memphis. Having more veteran presence there, and especially from someone that had a lot of issues in the beginning of his career. I don't know if you remember what he did, but when he it was like, oof, I want to say this was like 2020, 2021, where like he punched a I think it was like a fire hydrant glass or something, and like it cut his hand, and he ended up having to get stitches, and I think it cost him that series because he was out for a good bit. Um,
Just a temper tantrum. Call it what it
right,
is. Yeah.
right. It was. It definitely was. But I think having someone that has been there, that been through issues and stuff like that, his own issues. I thought it was going to be a good match, and for some reason, whatever reason, they didn't work out for them there. But I would like to see, you know what? I would like to see a Andre Iguodala type of player go to Memphis to help Ja kind of learn to lead, because I don't think he knows how to lead. I think he knows how to play, but your number one player has to know how to lead as well. And you don't want him leading right now. I think that's the problem. You don't want him leading because you don't know what that's gonna do. You don't know where you're gonna go with him leading right now.
Probably gonna end up in a war zone.
Yeah. He's gonna be in for dance next time. Next thing you know, like I no,
Swiss
no,
cheese.
right. No, that's my only thing with Ja. Like the athlete is spectacular. It's
Yeah.
the leader that I question. So I don't know which direction Memphis is really gonna go in. I really don't know what they're doing right now.
Yeah, man. I really like the addition of Zach Edey in the offseason.
Yes,
Great
yes,
draft. And I think they really pieced
yes.
together a good future with the young guys that they have. It's just really about empowering them, right? And letting them
Mhm,
grow into those roles. Um,
mhm.
it's a team you got to be patient with, but at the same time, I think if Ja does figure it out, especially when it comes to his jump shot, if he does figure that out, good luck, because he's gonna be a scary guy to go up against.
Yeah, most definitely.
But we got a whole bunch of teams, right? We could look at this shit all night. We could try to strategize this, but I'm gonna keep it on the finals path for Game 3. Our next series obviously was the Denver Nuggets. Now I think they have a lot of things to figure out too. I think they're gonna stay with their new coach, which I think they clearly have responded when he grabbed the reins and was definitely receptive of his teaching. So I think that's good.
Mhm.
But I think I don't know if anybody else sees this or feels these vibes, man. But I just feel like Michael Porter Jr. not only doesn't really hasn't been able to produce because of injuries and things like that, but I feel like he doesn't really fit in with this squad. Like I feel
He
like
doesn't.
a lot of the times, man, not even just like on the court, but like just as like somebody out there who's having fun. Like it just doesn't
Yeah.
feels like he's a part of the crew in that way. So
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if they move him specifically.
Which, if they were to do that, you know how much that pisses me off for what Denver had after the championship? You moved on from KCP and Bruce Brown to make sure that you could keep Michael Porter Jr. and then, like, if you potentially move off of him, it's just like I felt like they got rid of their depth to bet on potential, and that's the thing that I don't really like about that move. Keep your depth. Make sure that you're able to have a good second unit. I don't feel like they had a great second unit. I think they had an okay second unit. They had a great second unit when they after that championship run. They had a great second unit, and I like what's his name, Christian Brown.
Yep.
I love him. I think he's a
a
great
baller.
player, but right now he's the best player on their second unit.
Yep.
You know,
He's a starter.
And he's a starter.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I don't like. Like you need to have someone that can come in and alleviate that burden a little bit. And I thought they had that with KCP and Bruce Brown. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and you could argue maybe they got out of the stock of those guys at the right time, considering how they've been. But I don't know, man. It's just
I don't know.
clearly they're a couple steps away, right? And I think
Yeah.
it sucks. But as a Russ fan, I feel like his time is probably done there as well. He's the biggest
yeah.
scapegoat in NBA history, though. I gotta say that.
Ah,
Every time
he
a
is.
team is like, you know what, we can't figure it out. They're like, hey, fuck Russ. Like he's the first person that always gets fucking kicked out the door, for real.
Hey man, I feel so bad for him too, because it's not like he's not doing what he needs to do. You know, sometimes he makes boneheaded plays, yeah, but that's not his norm. You know, I think he's a good player. I think he's a good player to have with your second unit if you're able to get someone like that.
But I love that you brought up the point of second units because that's what got both of these teams here. That's what makes
Right
the
back
difference.
into it. Yes, sir.
Now we're back, baby. Third quarter time.
That the other team's bench is going to be on fire. You've got to be
Sure.
prepared for that if you're OKC.
Neesmith, 6 to shoot, shot blocked.
Beautiful defense. Let's go.
You see what Neesmith did right there?
Yeah.
I don't want to project and say what is going to end up happening, but I can imagine we're going to hear about some type of hip issue in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
That's what Joel Embiid does when he falls. He falls right on his hip. That's what Isaiah Thomas did. That's why he's not in the league right now. You know, I hate seeing players do that.
And that's a real underrated. I've never really paid attention to that. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to keep that top of mind from now on.
Yeah, how you
So-
fall matters, man. It matters
Sure.
because you can't be landing on your hips and back. Like that's going to end up causing a lot of breakage in your durability.
Especially if you're inverting. Like not only are you going vertical, but now you're inverting your
Twisting.
back. Not a good look.
Yeah, it's not best practice and it's not sustainable.
Yep. Oh man, what a fucking step back. Let's go.
That was beautiful.
6 points in less than 90 seconds. And the
Woo!
Thunder back up
What a
to
That's how
fucking
you
game
go.
so far, man. It goes back and
This is
forth all night.
we chose the right game to
Yeah.
stream. I would have been pissed if we streamed game 2, man.
The NBA
They get clapped in the final quarter.
What
We're
the
just
hell,
here.
man? What you
brought to you by
this?
the powerful backing of American
For real.
Express.
But hey, Derek, it's that time that I leave you to your laurels. All right, I'm about to go grab some water. I'll be right
Yes,
back.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do the same after you come back. But yeah, man, let's see. I'm not really that great at solo broadcast, but I'm gonna give it a shot here for a second. Anybody talking in the chat? We don't have anybody talking in the chat right now. But I do want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I know we had a little bit of for you guys tuning in. We're gonna do more of these. I think I have a feeling we're gonna end up doing some more. I'm gonna try and talk Chris into doing UFC pay-per-view. So if anybody is into UFC, MMA as a whole, let's see if we can talk him into doing some broadcasts like this in the future, because we have some good matchups coming up that I think would be a good options for us to sit here and go live with. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, we might have to get you guys in on SummerSlam or something. Yeah. Bro. Okay. 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 Yeah, yeah, it might be fun. I heard you talking about our truth and all that, so you know. Yeah. I love that, man. I love what they did. I know that wasn't a work, but it's good to see that play out in that way.
Yeah,
Um,
agreed.
yeah.
I'm interested to see how everything goes, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And we're getting a lot of traction too. I think we were clipped at 13, 14 max viewers at one point in time. So
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, well, and that was on me too. I put the wrong username on the graphics, so that was I definitely
Hey,
directed
but
traffic somewhere else. But
we're good. We know now we know
now we know.
now we know. Next
Yes,
one's gonna
sir.
be even better. 100%.
Yes, sir.
Better.
It only gets better from here. I do enjoy this. This is gonna be a great way to interact with everybody, and
100% agree.
yeah.
Let me see real quick.
And definitely an underrated aspect that Eric and I was talking about earlier too is like it's a different skill set entirely. You know what I mean, compared to how we record, and
Bro.
a little more formulaic. You know, when we have an idea of how we're laying it out. This is real
Yeah.
spontaneous. You know.
This is new to me, man. This is like doing radio.
Yep.
I'm so green at this, but I love it. I love it. I think this would be nice. And you know we
Sure.
did talk about possibly doing some 2K tournaments or Madden tournaments. I think we might have to do something like that on here.
Oh yeah, we'll be the actual commentator. We'll turn off the volume and be the commentators. It'd be great.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty fun. I think it'd be pretty fun. Anybody who wants to, play 2K, I guarantee you're not going to want to play against me. I
My boy
guarantee
Derek
that.
talking king shit right now. He's talking
Bro, I
king
swear.
shit.
I swear on everything. You don't want that, man. Oh, let's talk about that. Y'all play 2K. What view do you use? Is it broadcast or is it 2K?
I might be on the wrong side of history with this one, but I play with the 2K.
Dude, I play on broadcast, bro. I play on broadcast, and I know that pisses a lot of people off, but like I can play 2K in 2K view. I just enjoy broadcast because that's how I watch the game, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. That's fair. I just feel like it's harder to take advantage of the angles specifically
It
on
is.
some 2K shit. Like it's way harder because just the way the floor is oriented, you know. But I feel you. Everybody likes what they like, especially
That corner three is hard to
I was gonna
gauge.
say exactly with
Yeah.
like there's advantages and disadvantages to both depending on how you play. Like if you're used to one, obviously you know how to break the system to like do cheese shit in that form, if that makes sense. Like there's always every 2K, there's always stuff like that where it's like it's broken, so it's kind of like you're forced to your hand. Like you have to do these sequence of moves just because of how broken they are. Like it literally becomes like that. Like by the end of the season, once the next game starts coming out, it's so cheesy. Like everyone knows how to break the game basically.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I like this broadcast view though. I like for some reason it's just I got into it and
oh my god.
I zoom in a little bit so that corner three that Dort just shot from. You don't see anything. you have to gauge that shot properly by how it feels.
Yep. You're killing us on the boards right now.
They are.
What a take!
Ooh,
wow,
nasty.
Flip. Let's go, Casey Wallace. I'm telling you, that kid's gonna be a problem.
He is. I see the one thing about Halliburton. I you know what?
Beautiful shot in stride.
See, he's getting other guys involved, right? And this is the one thing I don't think a lot of people appreciate is when a player. I mean, right now he's not shooting a high volume today, right? But when he doesn't have it going, that was a gorgeous steal. When he doesn't have it going offensively, he can still get other people involved. It's the same thing that Tatum did, or he does rather. It's like when he doesn't have it going offensively, you still see him as part of the defense. You see him with distribution. You see him trying to get steal or whatever. Like you see the activity in other areas where it might not show up in a score per se, but it's still going to affect the score. So I can appreciate that aspect of the game. I think that's just the purist though. I think if you're just coming in just to watch just offense, it might be boring when they don't shoot at a high clip. But you can do other things to affect the game. Offense is not the only thing in the game.
Sure. There's always a way you can make an impact. And that's why those little small in between plays are what matter the most. You know what I mean?
They
At the end
are.
of the day, who's willing to put it on the line more?
Yeah, they are.
Points per game, shot 14% from three-point range, but he says he remained confident. I knew I could outwork everyone. He's in tremendous.
Shout out to Siakam, but Pascal is a wild ass name. I'm sorry, bro.
Signed 180 so much of it is just his work ethic to be the player he is today.
It is, Mike, and when you talk
Like
about
if I grew up with somebody named Pascal, they would have been known as Fish Scale. Their whole school career. You feel me? Dang. Little 3-point lead for Indiana. That's nothing.
Talk about Alex Caruso's addition to the team.
Yeah, it's an
What do you see
attitude
differently?
thing. Like
Yeah.
I think he's a big game changer whenever he gets on the court, just because it's infectious. What a shot, man! Dort's going crazy today.
God, oh,
And that shot was just that shit looked fake. That's
Yeah,
how clean
yeah,
it was. That shit looked
yeah.
fake.
it did.
That's one of them shots that if nobody else was on the court, that shit would have came right back to him.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I fuck with Caruso heavy, man. Especially defensively, fronting the post. Like he's just a dog in every sense of the word, and he gets everybody inspired to play that same way.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I completely forgot he was on that Laker championship team, man.
No way.
I completely forgot about it. I heard someone talking about that this season. They're talking about the championship beautiful.
I knew that shit was in.
They're talking about the championship experience with him. I'm like, what championship experience? I completely forgot he was on that
Like
team,
with the
man.
Bulls.
Yeah, I was like, what? What is the last? What the hell they get that? Yeah.
That's a fucking carry too, but nobody ever calls that in today's NBA.
And they don't. They don't. They don't. See, and that's another part of what I was talking about before too. The consistency with calls. Like I want that consistency, bro.
Sure.
I want
It's
that
not hard,
consistency.
bro. We're not asking for a lot.
It's not. It's not.
Bruh, so
Like
time
you
out.
could.
Can we
li-
address this shit? Because this
It-
is like the 4th time I've seen this shit now, Derek. Can we talk about this?
What's
What
up?
fuck kind of ghetto snack wrap are they serving at fucking
Bro.
Popeyes? Can you explain that shit to me?
Bro, look. When you know there's a market that you can step into, you're gonna just throw something together and hey, let me get into it. I don't think they even put any thought into that.
You know who's?
I really don't.
If I was anybody that deserved to be tight though, it's fucking Taco Bell, because y'all stealing my whole flow right now.
Bar
all
for
of y'all.
bar. Yeah, I'm. But Popeyes, man, I mess with them. I mess with them.
Popeyes is so good, bro.
I ain't been
Honestly,
there
you know
in
what's
a
sad?
long
You know what's a
time.
sad development that I know I'm washed, right? I can't eat spicy Popeyes no more.
Okay.
That was my
Can
shit,
we talk about
man.
this, bro? I got silent acid reflux, bro.
Violent. My shit is violent.
Silent.
Bro. There's nothing silent about my shit.
Mine comes up, man. Mine shows up in the way of nausea.
Oof.
It's not even like just the normal heartburn aspect of it. It's just it's nausea. So yeah, I don't eat a lot of spicy food, and that's weird as a Jamaican, I know, but it's like I can't do it. I can't do it, man.
Listen.
I had the spicy strips from Popeyes a couple years ago. I was like, oh hell no, man! Like it was good. I was killing it, but the rest of the night was absolute
It was
terror
killing
for
you,
me.
bro.
Oh
It
my
was killing
God.
you.
That, bro,
Were
I
y'all
felt like I
on,
was dying.
Were y'all on that chicken sandwich wave?
No, hell no.
So I
that
did not have the fucking what was it? The Don Julio joint? That was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only one that I was like, damn, I low key missed out on the concha, bro. That should look fire. But I ain't tried that. But
Nah.
honestly, like the hype was ridiculous. But
was
for what
It
it's
was.
worth, they do have probably the best chicken sandwich. Like for what it's worth.
Ooh, the best.
Who
You
would
know,
you
I
give it
s-
to besides
I
Popeye?
still mess with Chick-fil-A, bro.
Chick-fil-A might.
There's something about just that regular chicken with a pickle.
Chick-fil-A might have it, bro. But I will say the
Wow.
best chicken sub though, you gotta go Publix. If you haven't had a
Publix is
sub,
so Oh my god,
Yeah.
bro! When I found out about Publix, I stopped going to Subway.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
Subway just does not exist to me anymore.
Which I don't know
Like
if Publix.
I've been,
I don't know if they have Publix up there in New
Nah,
York. Yeah.
they don't,
They don't. Yeah.
they don't. I
I
feel
know
so
that's a
bad for
down
them.
south thing for sure. That's a
Yeah,
down
it's
south.
like Wegmans. I wish we had Wegmans down here, man.
I agree.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
Wegmans is the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Wegmans is the
Wegmans
shit.
is
Shout out.
beautiful.
I was working at Wegmans the majority of my time out there, and bruh, you really get inspired because all jokes
Yeah,
aside, they hire the right people, bro. Like
right,
honestly,
right.
I loved working there. Like I loved working
Yeah,
there.
Publix is the exact same way. Wegmans is Publix, just like with the wholesale vibe.
How the fuck you missed that,
God
man?
dang,
Oh, good
that was
lob
da- that
attempt.
was dangerous.
Take
That
that. We
was
out.
mm.
Awareness though. You saw he
That was beautiful awareness. Yeah, gorgeous. You knew that was going in.
Nah, my favorite memes from this season was the Caillou clips. You remember Caillou, the fucking
Yeah.
show?
Hey man, I never watched Caillou.
The-
Did
well,
he have
that
cancer or
kid
not?
From Euphoria too? No, he didn't, but he did.
didn't.
You feel me?
Yeah.
He didn't, but he did for sure. But shout out to also to the what was that from Euphoria? Where it's like,
Oh yeah.
no, and he fucking pulls the wig off. All you see is Caruso going up for a dunk. Like what the fuck?
Oh man.
I was talking all that shit, and then y'all get a Ben Mathurin game.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh
Ooh.
shit! Look at
Ooh.
this. Ain't no way. I was about to say not again.
On Thomas. No,
Yeah,
on
nah,
Jalen
that.
Williams.
What was
Yeah.
that game? What was that game 2? That fucking Andrew Nembhard dribble move
Yeah.
counter against
Yeah.
fucking Shea. That
That
shit was
was
crazy.
gorgeous.
Yes, he hit that huge shot in game 1, but great players, they look at their entire performance. And he even said in both games 1 and 2, he was not aggressive in the first half. But great players, what did they do? They respond. And he has responded big time so far.
Man, let's lock in.
Blue Dort back on Halliburton, whips it past to Mathurin. Mathurin playing with so much confidence tonight. Halliburton the drive, kicks it back out. Obi Toppin
Nice.
tries a three.
Ooh.
Knew that shit was
Was it?
rust though.
Wasn't Mathurin in Sacramento too? Am I tripping?
No, he got drafted by the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that was a crazy ass fucking step back. That shit like a travel. I'm not gonna lie, that shit like a travel. Oh, another one. Another one.
You're right. He was sixth sixth pick. I don't know why.
Oof. Let's go.
Maybe I'm thinking
He's
about Harrison
shaky out
Barnes. That's
there.
probably what it is.
Oh shit, I see the vision.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Harrison Barnes.
Low key reminds me of OG too.
Yeah.
But he needs to be more consistent. If they could have games like this out of him consistently, bro, this is a way different, harder series too.
Oh yeah.
Caruso left-handed, too strong.
Fucking go. What is
Ah,
going
go
on,
on.
man? It's like fucking go down, son. Let's go.
Ooh.
And they throwing my boy Abe Lincoln on
Nah,
the
bro,
ground. Nobody calling that shit. Nobody
Abe
calling that shit.
That yeah. They
Let's
should have
go.
called that.
Emancipation. Fuck.
No, they said not today. Abe Lincoln is hilarious. I didn't even see that, bro.
Shit is too accurate.
He does look Abe Lincoln though.
Especially because he's lanky and shit.
Hey, bro, I need him to dress up Halloween.
He's got to be up there. He's now got him on an island because you see the screener goes away, and that puts Shea at the free throw line.
He's 2 for 2 from the free
See, that's part of what I'm talking about. That's not a natural.
17. Both teams have
That's not a natural move in a shot, bro.
thus far. From College
like when an offensive player is able to see, I know part of creating contact with a shot is art, and it's impressive. When it's flagrantly outside of an actual shot formation, that's where I think it should be called a flop.
Yeah. I get that. I get that.
That's where I think we're getting a little away from that. Now,
Once again, the
if you bump
contact is
in,
before the fucking shot is the issue. You know what I mean?
right. I think creating a contact or whatever, and you're able to create contact within the shot. I think that's perfectly fine.
Let's go. Let's
But
build.
something like what
Keep building
Jalen
here.
Brunson does, he'll go slap someone. Had Neesmith slap him in the
Slap
face,
someone.
and it's like, come on, bro. That's not what are we doing here. Beautiful.
Honestly, sometimes though you gotta hack a motherfucker. Sometimes you had enough.
I agree.
I feel him on that.
I agree. But I just don't like the egregious part of it where you're
What
it's,
a move.
it's
What a
oh that
move. I look close, but I
okay, that was goaltending. Okay. All right. I was about to say that's
yeah, they called it. They called it.
all right. That was closer.
Yo, why you gotta be my biggest op on this fucking live stream, Derek? That's
Because
the
I
shit
got
that
I got I gotta
You
play
fucking
I gotta
calling
play.
goaltends. Wow.
Yeah. I call goaltends one by myself, bro. Oof.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Siakam gets after. Terrific hustle from both teams. Halliburton to Pascal Siakam.
scale.
Halliburton launches another three. Long
Yeah, that wasn't a
Come
great
on, get a
shot.
fucking board, y'all.
Turner's gonna try. Nope.
Oh. That was actually a
He
good
caught you
shot.
with
Why he
that
pass
shit,
off of
Derek.
that?
He caught you with
Yeah.
that shit, Derek.
Yeah. Why he withdraw that?
Let's fucking go.
That's literally his shot.
My boy Hartenstein looking gassed.
He is.
Largest lead by either team is 9. Gilgeous-Alexander bumped.
Oh, no foul, ref.
Here comes Mathurin.
That's crazy. But yeah, that's a good example too, right? You could argue if he would have went up more, maybe he would have gotten the call versus
You're
taking
right.
the route of dropping towards the ground. I get it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that to me, when you're more so focused on the sell of a foul call, your focus isn't on the shot. That annoys me with every player. Like, I don't care who you are. You should be focused on getting, through the contact and making the basket, not selling the contact. I need to know the story behind that. McConnell's whatever that is. I need to know the story behind that. Wiggins is an impressive player. I think that's
You have so many
great.
people that would be legitimate starters on other teams.
Oh yeah.
Legitimate starters. And I can't wait for Topic next year too. Like everybody forgetting about the one of the best unheralded players right now that hasn't gotten a chance to play yet. Fucking Nikola Topic is gonna be a problem. I'm telling ya.
Yes.
He's been up and down a little bit, but he's had some big games, including this one in the biggest game of his NBA career.
Let's go, boys. Oh, what a pass.
Oh, that was
And
gorgeous.
one!
That was gorgeous.
Great job on the run, finding the open man.
He has been the secondary ball handler when Shea gets his rest all season long. First time All-Star. This guy never touches it with the right hand, just off the left dribble.
I don't know the story,
That
but
chest bump is legendary. Go ahead, sorry.
no, I don't know the full story. Apparently, Hartenstein is a black man.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I
Did you ever see
always
the bright skin clip?
I saw it. Yeah, that's what I couldn't remember the story. I can't remember the story.
Bro said there's light skins and then there's bright skins.
I'm intrigued. I need to see his family tree.
If
My man said I
Hartenstein
need to
is,
verify this.
if Hartenstein is black, AC's black in my book.
Yeah. Hey man,
Nah,
look.
that's crazy.
Hey, look, bro. Hey man, I do need to know how that works because it's like very very confusing because I still he's not allowed to say it. He can't say it. He can't say
But
it.
he's definitely at the cookout though.
Ooh.
Let's fucking go! Give me that!
Ooh.
Give me that! I need that little 5-point lead.
Second quarter and third quarter, bro.
Stunned.
That's
Yeah,
what it is,
we all
man.
fighting right now, literally. It only comes down to the one, as it always does. I can't believe, man, we're rounding it out. We're here. Almost
man.
headed to home base. Fourth quarter coming up. Shout out to all of y'all for
One
locking
quarter
in.
already is crazy.
Yo, for real. I felt like the halftime ending felt like 5 seconds ago, and now we're already hitting the switch.
That's insane.
Oh shit! I never even noticed that Dwayne said this. He said Raising Cane's is the GOAT. And I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love Raising Cane's, but it's the sauce. The only thing that's good about Cane's is the sauce, and obviously the Texas toast, because that toast is fire too. But
bro,
yeah, that tender itself is bland as fuck.
It is, man. And you know what? I just had Raising Cane's for the first time a couple weeks ago.
And them fries is bland as fuck too. But go ahead, sorry.
See, that's another thing. I'm not into crinkle fries, bro, because people don't know how to cook crinkle fries, bro. That has so much surface area. It's supposed to be crispy, and you get them, and they're just soggy. They're just soggy as hell, man. I can't do that. I can't do that. If I'm gonna have fries, I need my fries crispy and tender on the inside. That's why I hate crinkle fries. But I tried Raising Cane's for the first time because they just put one up over by my house, and went over there. Got a little meal. Had a kids meal. I didn't know it was gonna be $12 for a kids meal, bro.
That's crazy.
Dog. Yeah, because I didn't want too much. I just wanted to try it. Man, look, those chicken tenders are basic as hell, man. No, now with the sauce,
as far as I like the consistency of them. Like I feel like that softness I enjoy personally. But
bro,
that sauce is a game changer, son. I always get extra sauce.
Yeah, that sauce is the only thing that saves them for me. There's no way in hell you can sit here and tell me that that's anywhere close to what Popeyes or Chick-fil-A has. And to be honest with you, Publix is significantly better in their tenders too. I can't. Raising Cane's is not all that, man. It's just not. It's not.
Zaxby's.
Bro, thank you. Yes. Zaxby's is overrated too. I can't do that, and their chicken is dry as hell.
I was here trying to shout out Dwayne and shit. Y'all done fucking aired us out.
Sorry, bro.
This shit, Dwayne? Hey, I'll go to Raising Cane's with you next time you come to New York. It's all good, bro. We gonna make it happen.
We have some interactions from Twitch chat. Chris also agrees that Cane's is the best. It has the sauce. She also says that crinkle cut fries are supposed to be crispy, but the sauce makes up for it.
No, I mean it's cool, but it ain't like if I'm gonna pay $17 for a meal, I need to know my fries are crispy. I need to know that my chicken is gonna have some flavor to it. I'm not trying to eat breaded nothing. Like,
so then what is a good example of a crinkle cut? Because I got one for you. I'll throw in a little dark horse in there because especially I enjoy their cheese fries. I think Shake Shack has some good crinkle cut fries.
I haven't been
they do
in some time, but I from what I remember, they do have some good fries for sure.
They do.
And
They do.
they recently changed them to crinkle cut too. Like they weren't always crinkle cut, but I actually fuck with the crinkle cut ones because, like you said, very
Yeah.
crispy, but also has a good even distribution of salt. Like it's not too
Yes.
salty. I think that's
Yes.
important.
That is definitely a good shout. But I like excuse me. I think overall, if you want to talk about fries in general, bro. Arby's,
Five Guys got it.
Five Guys,
Arby's
and Checkers.
and
I've
Checkers.
I don't care
had
what order you
Arby's
have
fries.
them. Those fried Arby's, Five Guys, and Checkers have like elite.
Top three.
They have elite fries, bro. Elite. Yeah. 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 And I know everybody's gonna say McDonald's. Personally,
Basic.
like, yeah. Personally,
Now, Five
I'm
Guys
good.
Cajun is my number one, bro. Them shits
Five-
melt
yes.
in your mouth,
Yes.
not in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, Five Guys is elite, bro. In fact, I had a DoorDash deliver Five Guys to me before I think it was like right before the pandemic hit, right? And I get my order. This is before they put the sticker on bags, right? I get my order. Bro, my fries are gone. Like I ordered a large.
Nah.
I had maybe half of it left in that bag. This lady delivered my fries like that. So I said, all right,
hungry
next
as
time.
hell.
She was, but don't do that. I ordered it the next time, and I made sure to get like, may have had a medium that time. And then I think this time I got large. I got the large so that she could skim off the top, and I could skim those off. To have,
These calculations is
have
crazy.
enough, bro. I was hungry, bro. I was hungry as hell. Like, don't mess with my fries, though, man. Like, I appreciate now that they put stickers on things to make sure this is closed up, but
Yeah,
no.
bro, I love the way Five Guys. I've seen it with my own eyes too. These motherfuckers will scoop the whole cup and just throw that shit in the bag. Blow.
Yes,
And then
yes.
grab some more. I'm like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, love it. I ain't been to
yeah,
Five Guys in a long
Per
time.
family,
Question,
you.
question.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that.
When it's all said and done, who do y'all think will be the Finals MVP?
Ooh,
I think it has to be either SGA or Tyrese. Obviously, it depends on who wins, but I'm gonna say SGA.
yeah,
The clearest, biggest impact, in my opinion.
yeah. If OKC wins, it's definitely SGA. If Indiana wins, is likely gonna be Halliburton.
Can we see Pascal take over, huh?
He
would have
has
to.
to.
He would
He
have
has
to.
to. Yeah.
I don't
'Cause
doubt
if
it, though.
he
That's
does-
what he did. That's what he did in the last series with the Knicks. He had four
Yeah.
big games that really swing
Yeah.
that series for sure.
And if he does that, he's definitely MVP.
Yep. Damn, bro, I'm fucking shook, man. This game
You
gotta
okay?
hurry the fuck up right now, man.
Fourth quarter, down the stretch.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir, yes,
yeah.
sir.
We there, man.
I know. I just can't have a L, bro. Not after we've been winning again. Not again.
See, here's the thing, man. Like, like I said, going against the Pacers, I think it's one of those things where even if you lose, it's cool. It's cool because it's like if you play your best and lose that game to the Pacers, it's just a couple of things that just didn't go right your way that caused them to win, right? But like this is I again I told you I think this is gonna go the distance. I think this is gonna be a 7-game series. So even if you lose, I don't see it being a bad thing.
Yeah, I picked it to end in 5. I'm still firm on that. I still think we got a chance to do that, and I think we've shown that we can be dominant enough to
Yeah.
separate ourselves in that way. But damn, I'm fucking scared because no lead is safe. Halliburton has gone a little quiet, which means I'm motherfucker about to go crazy. So, bro, I'm worried right now. I'm worried. So Derek, I gotta ask you.
Yes, sir.
I think you want your team to contend, right? Regardless of
Yeah.
Tatum's injury.
Yeah.
What are some moves that you would be willing to entertain, right? That you think could ultimately put you guys in a good position to cook with Jaylen Brown at the helm?
So I was just having this conversation today. I actually think, as presently constructed, I think they're gonna cook regardless. I think they're gonna be a top 5 team, wherever you want to say. They might be like toward 4 or 5. But I think they're gonna move off of excuse me, off of Drew Holiday and Sam Hauser. I believe both are gone. I'm not sure. This is where I think things get a little dicey for me. I don't really see a team trading for Porzingis. I know he's got an expiring contract. Yeah, I know he's got an expiring contract and all, but I'm not sure. You have to be like a team that's desperate for a 5 right now to trade for him now. I think he's going to come into the season on the Celtics, and I think it's possible his value goes up this year. I think hopefully he's able to get over this little virus thing that held him out. That way he can play more like himself, and I think that's where his value gets raised before the deadline. If that were to happen, I think they can trade him, but during the offseason, I can honestly see it being Drew Holiday getting moved and Hauser. Now, that being said, I don't think it's going to be straight up for him, but I believe they could go out and get Marcus Smart to come back. So Drew Holiday is, I think he's due like around 30 or 31 million this year.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart is around 20. So that gets you under that cap, and I think that they can make that move, keep the defense consistent where you want it, and go out and get another player that's like on a prove it deal, 1-year prove it deal. But I think they're going to be fine. I think with Jaylen Brown at the helm, that's this is what he wanted. I mean, it's not how he wanted it, but he definitely wanted to be a number 1 option. And I think that's gonna show this year. Is he gonna be MVP in MVP conversations? Most likely not. But I think he has a potential for it. And I'm okay with them running this team back if that's what they have to do. But they're not going to be able to do it with all the guys. So that's what I'm saying. Drew and Hauser, I think, are definitely gone, though.
I think, if anything, this could really serve as a big learning lesson for Jaylen Brown in the way that we got to get it done with both fucking hands, right? The meme has been the meme for a long time, that he's been very left-hand dominant, and obviously that... Oh, my God. How is that not a fucking travel, bro? What the fuck, bro? Fucking TJ, bro. TJ to the max.
See, that's that YMCA boy, man. Like, Jesus. This is Indiana. You cannot sleep on them, man.
Oh shit. It's too easy, boys. It's too easy. And 1.
All right, well, what were you saying about Jaylen?
Lucky ass foul. That was a lucky ass foul. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I think he could really use this as a great example, right, of how to work through those kinks of some of his biggest flaws. Because at the end of the day, teams are gonna be hunting that, man. When you're the number 1 option, and there's any sort of beat out there on you as a player, he did drop it. That's why. But if there's any sort of read on you as a player, that's what teams are gonna focus on when you're the number 1 option, especially. So.
Yeah, I think he's done better with handling with both hands. I will say this year was an improvement with his handling. It was definitely an improvement, and especially in bigger games. In past years, at least the last 2 to 3 years, you saw it big time where his handling cost us, And I think this year he showed that he could, he's better in that area. So I think he's only going to get better. He'll be ready for the beginning of the season, so I'm not worried about him.
Fucking Mathurin.
Mathurin, bro.
I shouldn't have said shit about this man, bro. It's my fault.
Oh my god.
He said you shouldn't have been talking all that shit. My boy
Yeah.
almost dropped 30 points on my ass. Oh, what a move. What a fucking move.
That was nasty.
I'm telling you, this motherfucker gives me, for real, young Kawhi vibes. Like, I feel like
I can see that.
out
I
of
never thought about
nowhere,
that.
you
I can
see
that.
him really, like, take control of the game and do some shit special that you're like, man, if he could bottle that and, like, consistently be that,
Ooh.
he'll be a top 10 player in the league. I'm about to say, this motherfucker's not like this, bro. Please. Please. Oh, man. Here we go. What a pass.
How are you not? Oh.
Shit. What were we going to say that? How are you not what?
How are you not in the paint guarding him? Why was he wide open in the paint?
Oh, for real. It's because they're willing to
Look at this. Wide open.
so easily. They're willing to help so much. Look at this fucking move right here.
That was gorgeous.
Too easy. I'm tight. There's a fucking mosquito in here, and I'm getting torn. I don't know if it's psychological or what. I feel like I'm just getting bit up everywhere right now.
See that deflection? Because of that deflection, Siakam, that's not a violation.
Yeah, that's what when I saw that, I was like, when Mathurin missed that shot, that was a ball don't lie move, but yeah, he did that was deflection. Ah, man, this is a good game, bro.
Oh, for real, I'm sure, man. 7 minutes left.
22 points for OKC. Hartenstein down the lane.
Let's go.
Mm.
Let's go.
Mm. Ooh, bring that back. God dang.
It's not bad. It's not bad. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
Yo, Reggie Miller is living his best life, man.
Reggie, man. Bruh, this game is taking years off my life, Derek. What the
fuck? You, bro. I feel you. That's every series like this. Yeah, that.
For real.
God, man.
Listen, once again, we're not counting anything before they hatch, but the chances, right? The chances, the absolute scenes. If the Thunder is able to pull this out, and then my Yankees are able to pull it out, and then my Ravens is able to pull it out.
The Ravens are definitely not pulling it out, bro. I'd say that right now.
Hey, don't ever disrespect me like that, bro. Don't ever disrespect me like that.
No. Not because they're not worth it. They're not able to do it. I think they're going to get the Super Bowl. I just think the Eagles
not making it again.
We're making it. I had this conversation. I had this conversation with someone the other day, right? And I he was, oh yeah, y'all won a Super Bowl. I was like, congratulations. I said, thank you. He said, yeah, but y'all not doing it again. I said, yeah, we are. He goes, no, you're not. I said, can you give me a reason why we wouldn't? Why you say we're not going to? He was like, he looks up, he goes, they just can't. I said, give me a reason why they can't do it. He goes, Madden curse. I said, listen, bro, no.
Yeah, that was the worst reason.
If that's your reason, no. The Madden curse, and I think the Madden curse actually, I think it got dispelled. I really do. Because ever since Mahomes was on it, Mahomes got on it. Lamar, Josh Allen, they've been fine, bro. The only one that's been susceptible to that Madden curse recently was CMC, and that's because he's been injury prone for the last couple of years. You know, I think that was bound to happen. So, you know, I like Eagles are going back to back. It's going back to back, bro. They doing this thing.
No, man, I think the Commanders is winning that division. No,
Phew, hell no. Hell no. Hell no, man. I like what we got. I like what we got. I think actually was crazy. I think we actually improved. I think we improved, man.
Because
So
you're letting these young guys play. That's how you feel.
Yeah, and then Jihad Campbell coming in. Like I'm excited to see what he does. But that D line got some depth to it, bro. That I just
I'm not gonna lie, with the way you say his name, I don't know. He's sounding a little Afghani type shit. I don't know.
Man, look, his motor is crazy. His motor is crazy, and they were even talking
defense,
about.
You already got a couple guys like that. So
yeah, and they were saying someone was saying that Jalen Carter isn't like he isn't even playing the position fully properly yet. He's just out there winging it. I was like, he's out there winging it. Oh man, yeah. Like the sky's the limit for that dude, bro. Like that's
he's a generational talent, and I felt it as soon as y'all got that. I was like, yeah, I can't keep getting away with this shit. Like, for real.
Hey,
every
man.
year, I really crushed y'all off season. So
I'm excited.
Bryce Huff, I think we're gonna miss Bryce Huff.
No, we're not. And hey, bro, good riddance. I'm good. That boy got an A on a group project, man. He ain't have no business, no part of.
He got an
A. He ain't have no part of that. Travel. Yep.
Yo.
Dang, bro.
Now y'all on my dick, right? Now y'all really on that bullshit, right? Nah, Richard Jefferson just murked me with that.
Oh, move screen. Yep.
Oh, so we calling everything now. Now we
hey,
calling
man.
all the shit.
See, that's where I like. Again, the consistency has to be there. But that was.
I'm not sure when this was, but JT on YouTube said they're such an annoying team. I'm not sure who they were talking about, but
probably talking about the Pacers.
The way they're fucking defending us every foot of the court. What a float.
That float is crazy.
Fucking Halaban, man.
He was probably talking about them Ravens, though.
It's annoying how good we are. It's annoying how good we are. It's crazy.
I was waiting on it. I knew somebody was gonna crack.
Hey, man, look. What I will say, I got respect. I think they were one of the teams that didn't vote against the. I like calling the brotherly shove. The tush push is crazy. But yeah, they were ones that were that's
travel on that. Though,
that was
right?
a travel. That was a travel. Yeah. So y'all got my respect for that. Bills though, nah.
Especially after the fact that they use it so much.
They were second. They were right behind us in using it.
So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's got his hands right here. After that Halley shot, he stopped moving.
You okay over there, bro?
Nah, I'm not doing all right, but I'm gonna be all right.
I know.
But right now, I'm not doing all right. We still got so much time, though. I'm not
this is going down to the wire.
What a fucking step back.
Whew.
I already knew that shit was going in.
Crispy. Wide open. Oh.
Boy went up top for that shit.
Obi Toppin gives the Pacers a 7-point lead.
Dang, bro.
A 12-point turnaround here in the fourth
Let's get it, my boys. I've seen y'all do way more than this.
Jalen Williams the drive. Shot blocked by Toppin.
So this the Benedict Mathurin and
This
Obi
is what-
Toppin show, huh?
Bro, this is what
Motherfuckers
this
just
is what I was
showing up at
talking about,
home,
man.
huh?
These guys play for some reason when, especially in Indiana, it's something different playing against them in Indiana, bro.
This game is not over.
They gotta change the name of that stadium though.
Nah, I fuck with it.
Gamebridge Fieldhouse. That's crazy, bro.
That shit is iconic though, bro. You got that shit. Every syllable you got down packed.
I do, yeah. I need to change that.
Fucking crazy.
This is exhaustion. This is a lack of focus. That could have been an and one from Dort's arm, but look, I know one thing. You do not
Ooh,
want
that
to
was a
lose
foul.
battle with OB.
Wow.
Timeout. 3:34 remaining. Pacers by 7.
Ah,
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
this
It's all
sucks,
good.
bro. This sucks.
It's all good. Look, like I said, even if y'all lose this game, man, it's
Yeah,
I
it's
think
not
y'all
over.
get it's not over. Y'all get the next one.
Bro, it sucks having the game and then fucking watching it slip away, bro. It sucks.
I know.
so
I
bad.
know. I know. Shoot, imagine how it was for me watching the Celtics go against the Warriors, man.
5% cash back on the mobile category.
We lost that series
What about them?
like that. We were up in that series.
What about them Falcons, man?
I use PayPal to buy
That was
this
tough.
ticket.
That man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I had a friend of mine that during the Super Bowl, they were like, "Oh man, we up." I said, "Listen, calm down. That's Tom Brady over there, bro. Calm down." He said, nah, we winning this one." All right.
That was a tough watch.
I didn't hear from him after that.
He's like, actually, ever again, I'm concerned.
Yeah. We've never discussed that.
I'm not gonna lie, Caitlin Clark got a motherfucking neck on her. Holy shit, you saw that, right?
OKC, or could the Thunder pull off a comeback? We've seen the Pacers come back time and time again here in these playoffs.
Hey, man.
Got to hold on to a lead.
God bless.
Will inbound. Good ball denial from Neesmith. Pokes it out of bounds.
She got them
Well, this
esophageals,
Pacers
son.
defense is So tough.
Might they just grind
God
away?
bless.
7 different
Oh
guys
my
they have
goodness.
sent in
Oh my
SGA's
goodness.
direction.
This is not okay, Derek.
They send more, too.
Look, it's not a good feeling in the moment,
Caruso guarded by Siakam.
but this game is far from over.
SGA gets free. Neymar guarding him.
You got 3 minutes left.
Top of the key jump
Oof.
shot. It's good.
Oof.
24 for SGA.
Oof.
To 5. And I believe a delay of game warning issued against OKC. Next one's a technical foul.
Just watch Shea with an unbelievable handle, absorbs the bump.
Trying to be
doesn't
Mr.
lose his
Miyagi
balance,
over here, trying to
just
fucking
gets
kill
himself
this
shot ready.
mosquito over here.
That's under duress in the shot clock.
Oh man. Let's go. We need stops right now.
Drew Nembhard. Turner.
Letting these
Halliburton,
motherfuckers run us out the gym right now.
And Neesmith out there. Halliburton cross court. Neesmith puts up a
Mm.
three.
Great pass. Great pass.
8-point lead, under 3 to play.
Ah,
Yo, Derek really is my biggest op tonight, bro. For real.
I'm so sorry, bro.
Oh, man,
I just
yo.
love watching good basketball. Bro. That was beautiful.
Nah, I see it coming too. I see it.
That
I
was
see it.
beautiful.
19 turnovers for OKC. Caruso
Ooh,
with the steal.
that defense. Yep.
Caruso ahead of the pack. Fouls
God
five.
dang.
No clear path. No clear path.
Jalen Williams talked to the officials. I think they want to have
Oh, that
No clear
was
path foul, my guy.
that was unnecessary. That was unnecessary, bro. Oh, he's hurt.
It was
He
a
was
clear
past
path
that play.
foul, son.
Now, one of the things that players do, they will
Yeah.
extend their time
Yeah.
on the floor to show the referees, and I think this is one worth looking at it.
Yeah,
You have a
this is
player that's in
unnecessary.
the air,
Nah, see,
so
he
he's a
grabbed beef
defensive
too. That's
player.
crazy. Call it
You
in.
don't really
Call
need
it
to
in.
the ball like
He
that.
definitely
That's when you need to
crashed
play
out.
the
Oh yeah, no, I didn't even see that. That's wild. That's wild, bro.
He crashed out, fam.
Contact follow through. There's certainly a windup there.
That's
And hard
crazy.
contact. There's a very
Let's
good
see.
chance
What a
that
strip,
can be
though.
a flagrant.
That's definitely gonna be a
It's the
flagrant.
pressure. We talk about the pressure from Indiana.
Wind up to the
Tyrese
balls is
Haliburton
crazy,
has
bro.
felt it all 3 games.
Yo, for real, bro.
That's some
Straight
crazy
into that
work,
shit.
man.
He
Like,
knows that was a crucial mistake. Your team's up by 1. Or
Finishing.
Up by 8.
That's
with
crazy.
2 minutes to go. If you get a bucket there, this game is all but sealed.
And again, a flagrant foul.
Yeah.
is
that was unnecessary.
plus possession, and with
Let's
2:35
get it, my
remaining.
boys.
And, obviously a critical call. Let's bring in our man Steve Javy back in the replay center. Steve, does that meet the criteria in your estimation?
I know he just like me right now. He got nothing but them underwear on right now. I feel him, bro. Don't ask me to stand up, y'all.
Is he in the air a little bit? Yes, but I don't think there's any potential for injury there. I don't see it fitting the criteria for a flagrant
That
one, in my
scoop is
opinion.
crazy.
That scoop was wild. Yeah, nah, man. That's
Now the craziest part about that shit is right
that's
after
low
he
key
like,
assault.
my boy, that's crazy. Why you?
That's
He can
yeah.
grab them and hold them up, as we see plenty of times during layups when people try to, foul them by preventing a layup. So that's what he's trying to do, in my opinion, preventing this layup.
playing that Diddy
I think
defense.
It's a hard playoff foul, in my opinion. Let's see what the referee
No loop.
Nah, that's crazy. What if Johnson and Johnson at?
We disagreed a lot over the course of my career. I'm glad we're disagreeing in this portion of my career also.
Well, again, you have 3 of the best officials led by Jimmy Capers in what is a crucial call right now.
Upon review, we do not have wind-up, we do have
Wow.
contact, and we do not have a follow-through.
Wow.
So therefore, it does not meet the criteria for a flagrant foul. Caruso will be
Wow.
on the line for 2 free
Yo,
throws.
this shit is
If it's
hilarious,
3, it's a
fam.
flagrant. It was only one of the 3.
It's all good
Wow.
though.
Okay, so what I'm thinking about for a windup, this is the windup. That right there, the raise the arm.
I normally don't agree with with Richard
Fucking
Jefferson,
flagrant, son.
but I agree that is a wind up.
For the Indiana fans, I know you don't want that happening to your players on the other end, on the other side, because now this has been a standard set.
I'm surprised it's not a flagrant.
But that's only based off your 30 years of experience.
Yeah, but then also coming into his landing space too is also another thing. Like, why are you not looking at that as part of the flagrant? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, Neesmith was under his foot, so that should have been viewed as that too.
Sorry, I don't
That's
know
what
if you
I'm
saw
saying.
it. I disassociated for a second there. I don't know if you saw that.
Just a couple of steals.
What?
I was just here like,
In situations
Oh,
while you was talking for a second, I was just trying to lock in real quick.
Oklahoma City 3.
yeah.
I saw that shit too, yeah.
back to
I thought he was just being intense with listening.
Turner comes out. Halliburton fakes.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's good not to feel this pressure right now.
Still struggling.
This is some stress.
Oh,
Ball out of bounds.
that's us. That's us.
And I believe they're going to say it's
That's
OKC
Indiana.
ball. Siakam
Is it okay?
looked like he
Better
may
be
have been out
OKC
of
ball.
bounds when he had connection with the ball.
Yeah.
Shit, no, it
But
wasn't.
that's 2 straight turnovers, though, Mike.
Yep.
That's 2 straight turnovers here in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
under
yeah,
3
let's get it.
minutes.
That's
Yeah.
us.
Yep, hit off his butt. So it's OKC ball with 2:16 remaining.
Excuse me. Goddamn. I'm stressing, y'all. I'm sorry.
I know. It's all...
Holmgren fakes.
Oh, beautiful punk.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
guys. Hey, Bronco.
Gets it back with 4 to shoot.
Let's go.
Holmgren down
Let's
the
go.
lane, the
What a
runner.
drive.
It's going the other
Oh.
way. Thought he was fouled.
Wow.
Defense from Miles Turner.
Yo, they ain't giving us shit, Mo.
Plays defensively
They ain't giving us
Wow.
shit, B.
Hard screen set there by Neesmith. Here comes Halliburton.
Good no call.
Drives inside. Inside
Oh, what a
the
pass.
Neesmith, another three.
Let's go.
An outlet to Williams. Again, still plenty of time with multiple timeouts left. SGA pulls
They need
back.
this shot. They need this.
Caruso plays catch. They extend their defense. Gilgeous Alexander step
Bring
back,
that
a
back.
two-pointer, flown go.
Oh,
Fight
fuck,
for the
man.
rebound. Nembhard,
He's not out of bounds? Yo!
the drive, the finish.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
crazy.
That's it.
Nah, they really on dick. Nah, don't ever disrespect me. There's still a minute left. Brissett, yo, I need y'all to check the replay. Homeboy is out of bounds. Nah, I'm about to crash out. How far is Indiana?
It's well from you, probably not that far. For me, that's a drive.
Your business putting AI agents to work for people.
Like secret agents?
No, more like autonomous minions that you control.
To do what?
Well, Jim's agents
Hey, man,
resolve
look.
customer issues, and Patty's agents flag network problems.
Proactively.
Your boy is going through it right now, bro.
You all-
Damn, son.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Both teams do a great job of responding to a loss.
Maybe.
Game 4, that's y'all's, bro. That's y'all's. I think y'all do a great job.
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Just sucks.
I got
I feel like this should have been ours, man. Especially with the momentum we had in that third quarter. Just got beat in this fourth. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. It's the biggest deal.
Yeah, but I think Indiana did a great job in that second quarter. That's why I look at the second and third quarters to see, because it's not just how you're playing offensively, but it's how you're adjusting. They are adjusting very well.
Like, how the fuck is that not a foul, bro?
Yeah,
How is that not a foul, bro? He did not even touch the ball.
Yeah, he was all on top of his head, bro. Pause.
Man, how is that not a foul? Like, you saw he pushed the fuck out of Caruso too?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
bruh, I'm tired of these motherfuckers, bruh. I'm sorry. This game is
Nah,
getting
you're
real
good.
vulgar
You're good.
inside. You know what I'm saying?
Good. You're good.
Jalen Williams drives and
Come on.
follows the foul. Neesmith just picked up his 5th. A smart move from Williams. Now they can score with the clock stopped.
Whew.
The
This
turnovers
shit down to
always a
6 with a
key
minute
story
left.
in
That's
Thunder
not
games,
bad.
but this time
No, it's
a
not.
negative for OKC. 19 turnovers that have led to 21 points. Williams knocks down the free throw, 6 of 8 from the line. Payson Wallace.
About
is
time
good,
too,
and
because he's been
Holmgren
missing
will
some
sit down.
key ones.
Coming
Yeah.
up after the game concludes, flip over to ESPN Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt.
Excuse me.
Be live. There he is from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Full post-game coverage and analysis.
So we saw this in that comeback in game 1.
All I gotta say though is once again, shout out to y'all for making this special. This has been absolutely a ball and having a great time just hanging out with all of y'all and experiencing this. Even though my boys is getting cooked right now. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Oof.
Halliburton is 9th rebound. Final minute, 7-point game.
He gonna go.
Inside, Neesmith.
Ooh.
Back out, Nembhard. Halliburton.
Hey man, look, if Anthony Richardson isn't good to go for the beginning of the season, hey, look, you might as well give Halliburton a call. That
He
man
can
got
sling
some.
that thing.
He
Oh my
could.
God,
He
man.
got some accuracy with his passes, bro.
And just not a smart play once again to stop the clock. And they obviously have a comfortable lead.
What are they doing?
Free throws once again for OKC.
But if you're
I
Tyrese
fouled.
Halliburton, you probably did get fouled on that possession. But again, we just mentioned, do not foul. So he fakes the pass. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think that was a bit of a foul. That was one that was missed. But you got to keep playing. You got to
Yeah.
keep playing.
All
All
fucking
the emotion,
time.
all that stuff. I know it's hard, but you got to keep playing.
Fouls on Neesmith. So he is fouled out of the game with 35.7 remaining. Must make free throws here for Jalen Williams in OKC. And they missed another.
Oh.
They've missed
Fucking
6 free
God,
throws
man.
tonight. 21 of 27. And 3 of the misses here in the fourth quarter. Those 1 for 2. And it's back to
I'm about to say, at this point, you might as well miss the fucking second one, too. Why not?
Yeah, he might as well.
timeouts left.
Jalen Williams looks like he was a bad kid, bro.
That's fucking hilarious.
He looked like he was a menace.
Yo, I'm tired of this shit. It's over. This game is done. Y'all are on fucking dick. I don't give a fuck. This next game, bruh.
First foul in the last 2 minutes, so they'll take it out of bounds.
But if you're Indiana, this is the
Oh, that's a foul? Yo, that's the fouls we fucking calling, right? I'm about to lose it, Derek.
Get out of those lanes, those corner lanes. That's where you can get an easy
I
trap.
agree with you, man.
Tim Hart, Mathurin, knocked away by Caruso.
They're going to get him for a foul.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul on Caruso, so now Mathurin will go to the line.
Oh, it's been real, y'all. I just gotta say, it's been fucking real. Oh man.
So look, I mean, there's all stuff that you can correct in game 4. You know, the turnovers for sure.
It just forces us into a win now position for the next 3 games, which sucks.
Look, but that's the thing, though, man. That's the thing. That's the approach that you should have anyway. You should have that win now approach. It should never be like, oh, if we win a game, we're up. Nah, that's just one game. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. And I think that's to me, that's the approach that I see with OKC. That's the approach that I see with Indiana. Like, that's why I love that these teams are in the finals, because this is it's good to see that kind of approach after a loss. They go for it, you know. That's why I think it goes.
This game is over. This game is all but over.
This game is definitely over. This is definitely over. But that's why I see it going the distance, because both teams respond very well to a loss, and they adjust and they play better in the next game. So I'm looking forward to see what OKC does in game 4. They'll get it taken care of, bro. Don't worry about it.
Cause the free throws is killing me, dogs.
Free throws are wild.
These motherfuckers better be in the gym late night tonight. For
It's
real.
not like you're playing in Denver. That's where, you know.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. These are easy free throws.
Magnificent in the second half. Wallace hits the
Yes,
second
sir.
free throw, back to 7.
Oh, what was that?
This crowd has been standing most of the fourth quarter. They've waited 25 years for a finals game.
Is that not delay a game?
And that's it.
Shot clock turned off.
And that's it.
OKC's not going to foul. Now Siakam.
Right.
GG's, y'all.
And that will do it.
Woo!
Good take. It's over.
Do you think that's a bad sportsmanship when you score this late in the game after you already won?
No, if you're pressing like that, no. Can't even
Yeah.
be mad at that. I think the way they play defense now was bad sportsmanship, though.
Yes.
That's probably
Yes.
just me being salty. But
Yes.
how the fuck you guarding an inbounds pass is gonna win you the game? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Halliburton, I'm on your ass. Halliburton, I'm on your ass. Wait till I catch y'all. Game 4, bro. I need this. Like, I need air. All right. But once again,
Yeah, make those free throws.
that was
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah.
I mean,
That and the
as well as the
turnovers.
turnovers. Yeah, exactly. The turnovers was real bad. But hey, we got turnovers of our own. We just gotta bounce back. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to all of y'all for really being locked in with us, man. This was so fun. More fun than I could have imagined, if I'm being honest. So
Yes,
it
sir.
feels really good to get this out the way. And who knows? Maybe we'll be coming to y'all with a lot more shows that are live streams for sure.
Hey, look, when I was saying while you were away, I think you know, we got to figure out a way to talk you into doing a UFC live stream. You know, like,
Oh hell yeah.
I think that'd be fun. That'd be fun for sure. So
I do think
Yeah, man.
we hit a stream every major sport. That'll be dope.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. I want let's somehow we got to find some people to rock with us for the WNBA because I would love to cover the WNBA like that too. I think it definitely deserves some attention like that for sure. So
Especially since we got a Lakers Celtics scenario going on with LA and New York.
yeah,
Got two big powerhouses for sure.
yeah. Especially since we're not going to see that in the NBA. We're not going to see the Lakers and Celtics anytime soon in the finals. So yeah, I would love to see something like that covered in WNBA. Yeah.
Sure.
Julio's asking.
Hey.
Game 4.
Game 4.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
I'm down. I'll hop back in
I'm
here.
down. I'm down. I won't be here though. We're doing a early Father's Day thing for my dad, so I won't be here.
Nice. Okay, so we'll figure it out for Game 5 or whatever it may be, but definitely we're gonna have a lot more live streams coming y'all way. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Julio once again. Shout out to Eric on the 1s and 2s.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
The voice of God just hopping in with the chat to keep us honest. So that was once again.
Love it.
You can't get it done without all these different moving pieces. I really appreciate every single one of you, and especially all of y'all who tuned in and stuck it out with us. But again, we'll catch y'all real soon for another live stream. Derek, send them home the only way you know how, my guy.
Yes, sir. Follow us all social media platforms at OTS Media Co. All social media platforms, OTS Media on YouTube. If you're watching from YouTube, you might as well go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. If you're following us on Twitch, thank you very much for subscribing on there as well. We will be doing some more live streams, so stay tuned for sure.
Sure, make sure you're tuned in, and next time you're getting sad, you're a little depressed, you're like, hey, you know what? I don't got the motivation to show up for work. Guess what? I still ain't rage quit this stream, so you can do it too. We'll see y'all next time.